table, all that. Points from last week, which, yeah, your dad hit 7th last time. That was
Nice.
impressive.
Very nice.
And then go from there. So, yeah, the idea is, analyze matches, do some story.
If I throw up a green screen, is that something that you can set up? Or is that...
I could
that
put
takes
a background behind you, potentially, if you'd like. I don't know what you'd want.
I think
But
it would probably look more professional than...
Sure, I mean, yeah, if you want, we got a couple minutes.
Speaker. Yeah, I can just put it up real quick.
Cool. See, make sure it worked. There we go. Sweet, I'm gonna give you the light arena. We can have the light arena versus the dark.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, I said I'm gonna give you the light arena wallpaper.
Okay, sweet.
And we'll have the light versus the dark here.
Alright. Right on.
Alright, yeah, it looks good. Sounds like you got a nice thick green screen there.
It's like a banner that you pull up, basically.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, mine's just on a stand, which is kind of... It's one that can fold in on itself, but it's like so obnoxious to try to fold it correctly to get it in its case that I just always leave it out now. It's like not worth it.
This one's pretty simple. I just pull it up, push it down, and it collapses. It's just like
nice.
a poster or a banner.
Sweet.
Not too wide though. It's the only downside.
Well, wide enough for the camera, so it works.
Yes. So is my mic okay?
Welcome everybody. It is so good to have you guys here for the Zensports Week 2 Rookie Esports League, although we're rebranding it as the Bronze because, as many of you know, competition is tough. There are not rookies here. There are lots of players that have been here for a very long time competing for this $1,000 prize pool. And we will get into all of that here in a second, but just first want to say hello and also just thank we have here with us God is Love. God is Love. How's it going? Thanks for being here.
Doing pretty well. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Glad to be able to spend this first hour with you and do some commentating on some awesome matches.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. It was super fun. I don't know how many people watched on Zensports the Chaos Legion Showdown last, what was that, about a week and a half ago, but I saw you on the broadcast. It was awesome. It seems like you might just become a pro caster for Splinterlands maybe, right?
It's a lot easier to cast than it is to play, so that's fine with me.
Yeah, no kidding. I feel the pain of playing the tournament last week. I didn't play, and I was just hosting and commentating. This week I played, and it is not looking well.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just not playing anymore. Maybe we can just do the commentating. That way people can't point at how many defeats we have and make fun of us.
Exactly. Well, that's what happened last stream. We have this segment here where if someone in the chat is here while we play their match, or if it's my match, or like last week it was Ali, we call it fame or shame. So when we play their match, if you win, you get the fame. If you lose, of course, then it comes down to the shame in the chat. So it is a little bit risky, to play here. Sure. But pretty exciting stuff here, and we are excited to get going. Today we have a lot of matches to cover for the last 3 hours of the tournament. God is Love will be here for a while, then we'll have some other special guests coming down the road. But in case you haven't been here before, basically what we do is if you finish in the top 32 each week, you will earn yourself circuit points. So right now, top 32, as far as right now, 17-9 is what you'd have to finish. I'm definitely not getting there. But there are 3 hours for these standings to shake up and see how many circuit points people earn in week 2. So don't forget that right now, January 19th to the 21st, this is just the second tournament. We have 7 total to go, so 5 more after this. And then those who enter and finish with the top 16 most circuit points over those 7 weeks, those are the people that are going to be entering that best of 5 finale with the prize pool, of course, presented by Zensports. This is not my prize pool. As I've constantly said, if it was my prize pool, you guys would be winning like $10 at most. So the fact that we can partner with Zensports is absolutely incredible. We are so thankful to them. They are doing excellent things for the crypto market and for esports, for play-to-earn games, and we're excited to work with them. Thank you for providing that prize pools in sports. And last week, maybe God is Love, you can tell me, do you recognize any players here finishing the top 16 and earning circuit points from last week?
I definitely recognize a couple of the names on here, and specifically shout out to number 7, my dad, Zensports.
Yeah, Ali was talking about that last week. We got Z-Force in the house, and he's telling me you guys both have champion level decks, and you happen to pass cards and strats back and forth. Is that true? Are you guys collaborating in these tournaments?
We don't collaborate in tournaments. I don't live with him or anything like that. We don't call each other when we submit our decks. If anything, when we're together, we just kind of butt heads, and I'm like, maybe we should go, water, and he's like, no, I prefer fire, and then we're like, no, but this will be better, and by the time we're ending our discussion, we have 10 seconds to submit a deck. So we do our own thing, but we did get into the game together in March of last year. We're really blessed to have done that. We got in during Untamed, we bought a bunch of packs, and of course all of that was moonshotted, and so we were able to get some champ level decks.
That's awesome. That's incredible to hear. That's so fun that your own family member can play, although it sounds like maybe your individual play is better than your combined play.
Yes.
So other than that, we also have Leaderboard taking the win last week, earning themselves 12 circuit points. So GG's to Leaderboard. Incredible run. I think they only finished with 2 losses. From there, we got Fodu, Kazrak, Schwarzschild, Haturo, Z-Force, Amari, Foxconn Mars, and Suitcase finishing out the top 10. From there, we also have, if you finished 17th through 32nd, you earn yourself 1 circuit point. So here as well, God is Love, recognize any names here that you've played against?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a lot of really top-notch names and people that I expect to see up here again. I don't think it's a fluke by any means.
Yeah, who on this 17th through 32nd, who do you think is some of the strongest opponents there that you see?
Well, UA definitely stands out there, you know, taking down that last Chaos Legion Showdown tournament, as well as Schnapoon and Albi, of course, with the Immortal Gods. He's a great player, half-blood, D-Tough stuff. All these people, definitely really good players.
Awesome. Well, we'll see if they can continue to win. Of course, over 7 weeks, it's anyone's game at this point, even if you didn't earn any circuit points last week or even this week. There will be 5 more tournaments to go. So there's plenty of opportunity for all of these standings to shake out over these 7 weeks. So I'm super excited that we got a first successful kickoff last week, and now we are into week 2. So we can start watching some games here, analyzing. God is Love, also champion level player, so big brain here on the desk, right?
Yeah.
Big brain from God is Love. So let's jump into our first match here and analyze and see who's going to win this matchup. It is between Epsilon Killer and Nevermind. So let me roll here for the rule set here. We got Opportunity, Earthquake, 17 mana. God is Love, what are you seeing here?
All right, so there's a lot to break down, of course. Rule set with Opportunity, then you got the Earthquake. I really like the fact that you have all the flyers on both teams. But something to keep in mind with Opportunity rule set, if you look on the top side on Epsilon Killer, they have their Pixie in the first position as a 1 health monster. So you see you have 3 1-health monsters, right? The Opportunity is going to go after the first one with 1 health. Right. So that Pixie is going to go down first. Unfortunately, that's the one that you would want to deal some damage. But either way, if we look down on the bot side, you got a lot of HP down there. And you got 5 damage as opposed to the 4 damage that's up top. But we'll see how it goes. Both players have flying, so
I agree with you. Something I've been talking about as I watch this tournament is that it seems like leveled up Lorna Shine people don't use as often, but it seems pretty underrated. It seems like every time I've seen it, it's getting the win here. So we'll see if that's true again.
It is a good card. Definitely love that Luminous Eagle back there as well. And both players, you know, Lorna Shine gives the Divine Shield, and then the Kelia there gives the 1 armor. So basically it's going to prevent that 1 attack.
Yeah. Yep, there, as you said, Ice Pixie dies off. It would have been way better off in the back line, so I'm kind of curious if that was a mistake or if they meant to do that.
You know, sometimes you expect the sneak attackers to come in, so you kind of want to protect it. But yeah, and in the Opportunity rule set, I definitely would have at least put it sandwiched in between two of those 1 HP monsters.
Yeah, it's coming down close.
Oh, got a miss for 1 speed. that 10% chance miss.
Wow. Yeah, I think that changes the whole match.
Yeah, that changed the whole thing. So
wow. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Kelia with the 1 speed, given that 10% dodge chance, has won the game.
Epsilon getting the win there. That was pretty impressive. A little bit of luck there.
Yeah, RNG, you can never account for RNG.
Yeah,
I feel like that's probably how all the top players, like the top 10 players of every leaderboard, they probably get like 50% of their losses just due to bad RNG.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, you've probably played in a lot more tournaments or casted them than I have, and I'm curious for you, what's your experience been like that, you know, in this game, you can have all the best strategies, all the best cards laid out, and you're playing perfect. But then to get a loss randomly because, you know, your card has that 10% chance miss that we just saw. How do you feel about that playing in these tournaments when that happens?
Every game has a little bit of RNG, right? It kind of like makes it fun. It keeps you on your toes, but it definitely is frustrating when you get down, you know, your last 2 characters are Dr. Blight versus Dr. Blight, and you're like, all right, which one's going to get the poison first?
Right.
And you're like, come on, give me the poison. Let me poison him.
Right.
But I don't know. There's not like much you can do about it, I guess. That's part of the game.
Yeah. No, that was definitely one of my losses this tournament was I specifically remember putting Captain Ghost because, like, oh, they're probably going to have a healer in there. I wanted an Affliction. Yeah. And, of course, they put the Zenith Monk level 2. And it took me 4 rounds to finally land the Affliction. Yeah. And from there, I had lost already. It was like, oh, give me a break. Man. So that's just one of the interesting things playing in Splinterlands esports. It's, you know, there is lots of skill, but sometimes there's just that little bit of luck that are in card games. You know, it happens in all card games, Hearthstone, whatever the esport is. And, that makes it
Gathering. You're getting mana screwed, mana flooded.
Yep. So it's exciting and fun to watch, but also can be frustrating sometimes. But we got another matchup here against Ivan Bjorn and Conscriptos, I want to say is their name. We got 23 mana poison battle this time around. So guys, love what team do you think has the higher advantage here?
So I want Ivar Bjorn to win here, but we definitely see. We got 2 healers, and we got a scavenging, the gelatinous cube over there with the scavenge ability. It's going to be doing a lot of HP gaining, and it's going to make it kind of hard to take down this healthy-looking team up on the top. I do want Ivar Bjorn to win. Ivar Bjorn is a mainstay with the No Sleep gang, you know, hangs out in a lot of the streams over here on Twitch and supports a lot of players. Also streams himself sometimes.
Awesome. But I wonder if they're here in the chat. We could have a shame or fame moment. I don't see them yet, but
shame
maybe...
or fame. I like the cleanse. So he did put a cleanse here on the Diamond Shark is going to get cleansed. So potentially he's going to be able to deal a lot of damage, and he's not going to be taking much damage. So I guess it's going to come down between him and that sea monster up there. Also, not to mention the opportunist down there. He's got 7 HP, so he's going to last 4 rounds himself, and he's going to be throwing down some damage. So I actually kind of like his team as well.
In the chat, let us know who you guys think is going to win. I kind of agree. I think it could potentially just come down to that sea monster versus the diamond shark, and at that point, if it's just those two, then obviously sea monsters should be able to heal up a decent amount through that, but we'll see. Let's play it out. This one, both strategies, as you said, I kind of like both of them.
Yeah.
Also got the Zenith Monk heal in the front.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah, he's going to be taking 4 damage per turn, and I don't remember what his HP started with. But I assume that very healthy Diamond Shark, he's got 6 armor still. He's just not going to be... I don't think he's going to die.
Oh, interesting. The Deep Lurker is now going to attack the sea monster, although now that Cube has... Yeah, it's going to get another hit off on the sea monster. That might be the big difference.
So the sea monster is going to take 5 damage per turn now. It's only healing, 3 damage. I think that, this is going to be a Diamond Shark win if I am guessing properly.
Sea monster's going to heal back up for at least one
more
round.
We're going to get trample here. Trample. Oh. Yeah. Diamond Shark, this guy is just destroying.
And the miss as well.
Yeah. Feels bad. So, he's taking 4 damage per turn now, and he's only healing 3. So, that's a losing fight. Diamond Shark
just enough.
For the win. Yes.
Just enough for Ivar Bjorn. Is that how you say their name again?
Ivar Bjorn. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah.
Well, congrats to them. That was a good matchup. That was both teams. I was like, I don't know which one's actually gonna win. It's always fun when you see a matchup and you don't know. You know, a lot of the times you're like, it's quite easy to tell who's gonna win in this matchup.
Yeah.
But it's fun when it's
the Deep Lurker really did a lot of work there. Yeah. You know, there's 2 different ways of going into the poison rule set. Either you just want a ton of HP and healing, or you want to try to deal as much damage as possible. And that Deep Lurker, having the 7 HP was huge. That means he can last 4 rounds of poison damage rather than just the 3. And he's dealing that 3 points of damage per turn. He dealt 9 damage, 12 damage before he went down.
Yeah, and usually Sea Monster is a really good card for that poison, but I'm interested that they didn't use the cleanse at all. I mean, I think it's interesting with Chaos Legion. I don't know if you've noticed this, but it seems like, poison meta used to just be like, find someone that can heal itself, put it in the cube somewhere, and just see who wins. And now it seems more about the cleanse to me.
Yeah. Yeah, cleansing your big damage dealer, is really important. Definitely a good way to come about that Noxious Fumes rule set.
All right, well, let's bring up our next matchup here. We got Shadow Wolf 888 versus another Ivor Bjorn here.
We need to call Ivar Bjorn if you're out there. Give him a call.
Get Ivar.
Let's see if he'll keep it up.
All right, well, he won the last one. See if he can keep the roll going. Divine Protection rule set, 28 mana. So, chat, who do you think is going to win, top or bottom? And God is love, what are you seeing as you analyze this?
I like this double healer setup. This is one of the strongest parts about Earth, right? Is you have a lot of magic damage dealing healers. So you got 10 HP flying as your first position monster with that Nectar Queen. So potentially it's going to be dodging. Mm-hmm. And then also it's going to be getting healed like 6 or 7 HP per turn. And he's only going to be taking 6, 7, 8 damage potentially per turn. So we'll see. The thing to note is that the healers are both 1 speed. So hopefully they're able to actually get their heals off before the Nectar Queen gets taken down.
Yeah, it's also interesting to see that, Fire deck, a lot of the times you'll see more of a sneak attack there, but I'm not seeing any. It's all frontline damage versus frontline damage, and I just don't see how the Forgotten One survives. The 7 magic damage, they're going to be dead round 2 for sure. So I think my vote is another Ivar win here, but let's play it out and see if it actually plays out the way we think.
And that 3 mana spent on the Kid Youth there is not actually going to come in to help at all.
Yeah, true. Yeah. No armor on the team anyways.
Yep. There we go. So it looks like all the magic damage as well with that the repair that's coming on the armor is not being used at all either, except it's blocking the 4 damage from the Nectar Queen, but really the magic damage is where it's coming in.
And it's quite obvious that we could speed this up, and there's not a chance that they have enough damage.
Full HP. Love it.
Flawless victory. So not only is it fame for Ivar, it is a perfect amount of fame.
Double flawless fame. Right on. Yeah, way to go, Ivar Bjorn.
All right. Let's see if I can find them in the standings. So it doesn't look like Ivar is in the top 100. So even though they got a lot of wins, I think they have some matches to go. So that'll be an interesting storyline to see if we can follow Ivar and if they actually get into the top 100 maybe.
Mm-hmm. So how do you choose which matches we are going to look through?
Right now I'm just looking at ones that have come in recently. So if I see especially any players that have chances to move in that top 32, that's what I definitely want to be watching out for in the final couple hours of the tournament, because as we've said, anyone that finishes top 32 is going to get those circuit points. But are you ready? We in fact have a fame or shame match here that I do want to show up. So are you ready, God is love?
Yeah.
Because it features, of course, yourself here in this matchup. So
all right, let me go look at the result.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you remember this one. I don't know.
All right, I'm feeling good about this one.
Okay, so I'll take my shot at analyzing, and chat as well. Tell us who you think is going to win. Probably because you remember already this match, maybe. So it's really interesting that we got Mylor. I always see Mylor as pretty dang dominant in bronze, so I'd be surprised to see you lose this one.
Good card.
We got Magic Reflect. That's going to take down the Life Leech and make that essentially useless. So it's not going to be gaining health, at least for the first couple rounds. The Chicken Sneak Block, that's good because Shavaz's not going to do anything round 1.
It's going to take 2 damage.
Yeah. So from there, I don't think that they're going to have enough damage, especially with 2 melee against Mylor. Yeah, there's no way you lose this one. So let's play it out just to double check. But I think you're getting some fame here, God is love.
Yay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Do you feel the fame? Do you feel like you're, empowered here?
100%.
Ooh,
I like this. Yeah, I really like Mylor, obviously. He's just a pretty busted character.
Yeah.
Summoner. But I really like with the way that it's set up now, in the Chaos Legion Showdown, you could only use Chaos Legion cards, Chaos Legion rewards cards. But now you can throw in all of these other rewards cards. And there are some really powerful cards that you initially weren't able to use.
All right. So as a player that, you have a champion level deck, now you're playing in a bronze league. Is that pretty hard for you to step down in these leagues and have to remember what these levels and summoners are like at bronze level, or is that easy for you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a totally different game when you go to pick your card that normally has 3 or 4 different abilities, and you're like, wait, this card sucks. It doesn't actually do anything until it's at max level. But it's like wandering into somebody else's dojo and wanting to fight them. A lot of these players, they live in Bronze League and Silver League, and they know the data on these cards, exactly what they do. And it's a different game where the stats on your health, your armor, your speed, and your damage is really what you have to calculate. And then you have your positioning, of course, how to position your monsters in your lineup in order to counter snipers or sneak attacks, etc. But all these players that you see on the top here, look at what league they're in, right? They're in bronze and silver. You do have Kozrak, you got a diamond player, but yeah, it's a different world, and I don't do too well down there.
So in your mind, your prediction, if you're thinking all the way down the road, week 8, best of 5, top 16. Are you predicting a player that's one of these bronze level leaderboard players, or do you think there's an actual good chance for some of these gold, diamond, champion players to figure it out over those 7 weeks and take the victory?
I would assume that, yes, it's going to be a bronze or silver league player that probably takes it. But of course, there are some really great strategists in diamond, champion, gold league.
Sweet. Well, I'm excited to see what happens, and yeah, I think that's a very interesting thing of how, does it actually favor people who are in bronze or people that have maybe some more powered up decks and have played this game for longer? So I'm interested to see. We have another fame or for shame match here, though. This one, unfortunately, is going to be against myself here. So we got Shampoo Boy versus Luke here in this match
told
chat.
Us about this one.
Tell us
who the captain goes. So I know it's going to be round 4 that the affliction is finally going to come on.
All right. Well, what do you think about this match? What do you think about this setup here? We got Enrage and Divine Protection.
Yeah, I really like the Daria, the summoner up top. This is another one that has just come available for us to use in this tournament, because the last one was just Chaos Legion and Chaos Legion rewards. Of course, this is an older rewards card, and that means, in my opinion, that it's actually a lot stronger. I mean, it's given that Inspire ability to the double striker and all these sneak attackers, and they are going to deal a lot of damage. I do like the Diamond Shark, of course, and we're going to be doing 5 damage per turn on that Zenith Monk, so it could mean that you slowly eat away at his front line while he tries to eat away at your back line, but you do have quite a bit of meat back there, a meat shield, before they actually get to your damage dealers. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm interested. I think that's something that's Daria here I haven't used much, but I think for the next coming up tournaments, I wonder if Splinterlands will go for this, but one of my feedback is having all the cards and reward cards as one is really hard as you're creating a tournament, because I was hoping to make it newer cards. That's why I took away Alpha and Beta. Right. But you can't separate the new reward cards and say, hey, let's use Chaos Legion reward cards, but not these old reward cards. So maybe we'll get a change on that, and they'll categorize it in different ways. But let's play out the match. See what happens. I like how you put
Kelia there as well. So in the Divine Shield format, you're definitely getting 1 attack prevented, right? When you put Kelia, you get that 1 armor. So actually, that chicken just took 3 attacks in order to take down. That's definitely a big deal.
That's one of the things I like about Divine Protection is just try to get 6 monsters out there if you can, so that essentially, even if they're 1 HP, then they can take 2 shots, or with a shield take 3 shots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just unfortunately, the
Come
damage.
On, Affliction.
Yeah.
Let's go Affliction.
The damage in the Affliction never came through. Was the big problem here. That double heal is super annoying to deal with.
It is when you can't get your Affliction off.
Yeah.
There you go. You can do it. Let's go down my shark.
Still has the trample too.
Yeah, and that Silver Shield Assassin, that is one of my favorite cards. It's so good.
Yeah, it is pretty strong, especially I think at low ranks.
There we go. Come on, you can do this, Diamond Shark. Oh, he got enraged now, but there the Divine Shield prevented him. Oh, and look at that. Stitch Leech is now doing 5 damage. Oh, he got healed up though. Oh, you couldn't buy a dodge either.
I know.
That's so unfortunate.
70% mischance that time, and not enough there. I am getting
close.
The shame.
Yeah.
Shame to my
RNG.
name.
Blame RNG.
Yeah. I blame RNG. I blame, I'm a little bit sick this week. I played these matches before I drank my full cup of coffee. I don't know. What other excuses could I use, Scott is love?
Yeah. Lag. I like to blame lag. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I see the Tough Stuff here in the chat, which is pretty exciting because the Tough Stuff is someone that finished 17th last week, got the 1 circuit point, just knocked out of top 16 for that 3 circuit points. But look at that this
Coming
week.
back strong this week.
23-0. The Tough Stuff. I don't know what you drank or ate this week. What is going on, but has not lost a single match. Of course, 1 win away from Shorts Child taken down for the #1 spot, but 5 matches to go. I think the Tough Stuff has a great chance of potentially taking this week. I don't know about lost list, but maybe definitely jumping into that first spot with a couple more wins.
Yeah. Got a 100% win rate so far, so could finish off all the way.
That's staying good. We also have got Shorts Child, who is the #1 usually on the ranked leaderboard for bronze. I think currently sitting at number 40, so not as high as he's been before. Halfle Blue, do you know Halfle Blue, God is love?
I do not.
I think Halfle Blue is a streamer on Twitch, is what Ali said last week. We got UA always on the top of the silver leaderboard, at least close to #1. Haturo, this one is impressive to me. 9,955 power, and somehow
professional strategist.
Yeah, 11th in this tournament with 19 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw.
That's great.
One more match to go, I believe, and if they win, they would get potentially even into the top 10 if they can sneak themselves in there.
That's great.
See, we got Z-Force, God is Love's dad here. Foxconn Mars got some circuit points last week, so does Schnapoon, so they could definitely rank up here if they can hold these wins. Super Cow.
Game Boy Ollie.
Yeah, Ali right here. 23rd.
Luthien.
I think Ali was 7-0 yesterday, so taking some losses today, but still doing well. You said you know Luthien here?
Yeah, Luthien is in my guild.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Knights United. We got Suitcase, another streamer there.
Yep, Hungry for Tacos. I think they were doing well last week.
Shilling for Tacos. That's a good one.
Yeah. Dang, that's pretty amazing here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm always impressed by, I was hoping this tournament would hit more of those rookie players, those players who haven't played a bunch. I didn't think we'd get this much competition. So we're going to try to create some maybe novice league tournaments as well. But it always impresses me when there's a player like Haturo, I think is how to say their name.
Yeah.
And you're like, 9,000 power. How are you doing this? How are you doing so well against all these players that are coming in?
You did really well. You take out the legendary cards. You have a bronze level cap. And that makes it a really level playing field for the most part. I guess 9,000 collection power potentially means he has access to every single card in that's legal in this format, right? Not sure about how many level 3 or level 2 higher level cards that he'll have, but it should mean that he's got access to do every strategy, and clearly he's got some good strategy because he's taking people down. And actually, I'd love to see his battles.
Yeah, let's. I got one here, and then I'll try to find one from him as well. Did tough stuff though in the chat, so this is Fame or Shame, and he says it's gonna spoil it, but in the chat he says, "You should have handed me my first loss, but you couldn't buy a miss." So I just wanted to show this match real quick. Did tough stuff, undefeated. I accidentally, or not accidentally, I got placed in his group here, and unfortunately, obviously, we know if he's undefeated, I could not win. But God's love, what do you see in this matchup? Anything interesting to you?
That summoner there, the 3-mana, the Kretsch Trellier, I forget exactly what his name is. You don't see that used very much. So I would assume, you have quite a bit of power with your summoner, but I guess he's going to take it down. He's got a lot of HP there, and I really like your setup though. But
what I was hoping for is to do snipe attack magic because there's no melee. I was like, okay, if we can take out his backline, ignore his tank. He apparently thought about that though, putting the failed summoner in there. That's pretty smart. And as well, smart. The Mushroom Seer taking away 1 damage from the Magi was pretty important as well.
A good one to add in there would be the Dwarven Wizard. So you'll have 3 sniping magic damage dealers.
That would have been great. Yeah. How much mana is he? Because it was only 22 mana.
He's
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I had that card, so we could have rented it. It would have been nice.
It's a good one. Yeah, he's dealing a lot of damage there.
Yeah, with the flying and the 4-speed, there would be, a 35% chance miss, but no misses there at all. It's kind of rough.
Yeah. No, I really like, you put together a cohesive team.
Yeah, not enough to win, though.
Yeah.
Pretty
I like
close.
that Fire Spitter in the back too. Man,
yeah, Fire Spitter level 2,
card.
And the Halfling level 2 there. Some good cards.
Yeah, great cards. But close match, really good effort there.
I try my best.
Yeah.
In the end, it didn't matter. Let's see if I can find a match from Haturo here in a second. I gotta find which group he's in.
It's always a risk when you spend 4 mana for a card that is going to tank but not deal damage back. So potentially, instead of the Riftwing, having the monk, the Zenith monk up there, or the healing monk.
There was no melee was the problem.
Oh no, melee, yeah.
So that's why I was like, I just want some kind of something up there to hopefully soak up some damage, but no such luck,
He clearly, he's a great player. He tough stuff, right? He saw that he had the mindset to think, oh, my opponent is likely going to play Thaddeus, right, and reduce my magic damage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw down a lot of ranged attack, and he threw in the Beatrix Iron Hand, he threw in the Flame Spitter. And those two together were just dealing 5 range damage per turn. That's a lot of damage. And then you got the failed summoner. He read, okay, well, my opponent's probably going to play magic. Put that in the perfect position behind the Furious Chicken that cost him a total of 2 mana for this great combination that reflected so much damage back to you. It was really well played.
Yeah, it's rough there, and sometimes you can put a good strategy, but when your opponent is just a little bit smarter, I gotta admit, they had me there.
A lot of Splinterlands is rock paper scissors, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the fun thing. I encourage people to play in these tournaments. I was like, there's this tougher competition than I ever thought there would be, but the nice thing is, even just me getting my butt kicked in this tournament, I now have still observed and learned things that, even outside of tournaments, I'm going to put into my bronze, silver. Heck, even at gold 3, you can implement some of the strategy that we're learning here, maybe with a couple leveled up cards here or there. But honestly, I think a lot of it can apply to your normal daily ranked play and make you a better player overall. So for 25 DEC, I think it's worth it to enter in every week, even though for me, I'm probably not going to finish very high. I'm lucky to hit, you know, apparently top 100 at this point. Probably won't even hit that, but I'm still hanging in there.
Next week, maybe you're gonna finish top 50, and then the next week maybe top 25. Especially if you're doing analysis on these games and really, taking notes on how your opponent beats you. Like, that's the most important thing you can do is when you get beat, don't just say, on to the next one. Like, really, take some notes, like learn from your losses. And you learn so many cool strategies, like him putting a Furious Chicken up front and the failed summoner second. That was genius, right?
Yeah.
That was a really great strategy. That's something that you don't see too often, but maybe now you can apply that. It's low risk, high reward.
Yeah. Oh, I love it, and that's what I love about these tournaments. Well, let's look at another matchup. Nice Guy, thank you. I think Nice Guy just sent me 2 packs randomly, but
nice. What a nice
that's
guy.
awesome. Thank you. So this one, we got Haturo, the 9,000 power legend here, going up against the Prince. This is back to basics and Earthquake, so an interesting combo because you can't counter the Earthquake. There's no flying or shielding. So what do you see, God's Love? Whose team is going to take it down here?
Kelia is going to give your entire team that 1 armor. That's going to allow them to take at least 1 Earthquake hit. But I don't know if he has enough damage or enough HP to withhold that magic damage that's going to be coming through. But it's important to note, on the top side, you only have 3 rounds. You have to win in 3 rounds, or the Earthquake is going to take out your entire team. So, I think actually that the Narissa Trident back there with the 1 armor and the 9 HP, she's going to be able to tank her way through to win.
Yeah, honestly, this is a really smart strategy because normally if there was no Earthquake, I would say, Obsidian, you're going to get that 7 magic damage per round in Back to Basics. That's Back to Basics Classic is just load up on magic damage because there's no counter to it, right? Besides summoners. But I think you're right with the Earthquake having the extra armor plus such a high health dealer. I think this is going to be a potential victorious Haturo here.
Yes. But you do see all level 1s down there. All level 1 cards down on the bottom side.
Yeah. I mean, you only need level 1 when you have a smart brain, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where strategy comes in. And you do have that Narissa Trident. That's a great card, the epic card down there. That was so much HP. You saw there was no chance for that Regal Puritan to come back and fight its way to victory.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Haturo definitely going to get some more fame here on the channel, especially as they continue, hopefully, each week. I'd love to see a couple players like that make the top 16 for the final if they had something like 10,000 power and they're facing off against, people with 1 million or 100,000 power. That would be so fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to take note and look at everybody's collection power and see what's the average collection power for the top 32 every week.
Oh, that could be an interesting stat we could run. I like highlighting, I did a video on Craw last week who, similar thing, they had 6,000 power, and at least day 1, they were, I think, top 15. Unfortunately, they failed to, on second week, to stay in the top 32. I think they got knocked out just below that, but still pretty awesome to see that.
It's unfortunate.
All right,
somebody's got to finish 33rd, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's never fun to, but someone's got to. So, we're going to take a quick quiz question between these battles because I think it's fun to poll the channel. We're going to do it on YouTube. So if you're watching on Theta and Twitch, sorry, I don't have the ability to run a poll there for the Zensports channels. But if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to do a poll, and I want to also get your opinion, God is Love. So, out of the new favorite Chaos Legion legendary airdrops so far, which one is your favorite card? We're only going to have four allowed in the poll, so we're going to have to remove 1. But between Iza, Uriel, Bak, Jira, and Grum, God is Love, what are you thinking? Who is your favorite so far to play with?
I think the one that's going to see the most play is Bak Jira. I've already seen it just making waves, no pun intended. in Champion League. That card is ridiculously strong.
Wow. Is it because the high HP, the heal, and the magic block, or why are people using it so much to that level?
Yes, all of the above. For 6 mana, you get an unkillable tank in the first position. I mean, and it's in water, where you have a ton of cleanses. You know, and that card is just not going down. That's so much HP. It's so much HP. All right, let me look in max level in Champion. For 6 mana, you get 16 HP. I mean, that's unheard of. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even like back to basics, you know, for 6 mana, normally you're throwing like the 5 mana giant or something, but now you got the Bakjira. This guy is super awesome. He also comes with strengthen, so if you're just in a normal game, he actually has 17 HP. I mean, he's going to be healing 6 life per turn, 5 or 6 per turn. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because it only have 25% of the vote so far, and the 75% is going to Grum, which is interesting because on Twitter, YouTube, all of that, all these comments, I'm seeing everyone talk about Grum as super overpowered. What do you think about Grum? Is he broken?
I haven't seen him yet be played, but potentially I could only really see him being played in reverse speed. But he's the first card in all of Splinterlands to be ranked viable that has Bloodlust.
Right.
You know, we have the gladiators that have Bloodlust, but this guy is in the ranked format with Bloodlust. I mean, what is that going to do? I don't know. I mean, he's a huge dude. He's got 20 HP basically because he's got the void armor. We're talking about at max level, of course.
Right.
I don't know how to analyze cards at lower levels. I like to look at the max.
It is a little bit easier, but yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things that people can pull out a match or two, and they tweet it out and they say, "Look at my Grum, you know, it got 6 kills, and now all of a sudden it has 10 melee damage."
Right.
And you're like, "Well, yeah, that is one example where it seems really broken." But how about the time where it missed its 2 attacks with 1 speed?
Like 20 matches before that it took you to get to that one good match.
Yeah, so I'm really interested to see how it goes, you know, because there are parts to it. If it pops off, you're like, wow, that could be really broken. There's other parts to it. I think at level 2 and 3, at some point he gets the void, right? So I think just as a counter to magic for the fire team, he's really good as well. Yeah. So that might be where it's a little bit overpowered because you can't use magic damage to take him down. So
yeah, void and void armor, that's a big deal. I really like Tusk the Wide though, honestly. If you're trying to counter magic, you know, Tusk the Wide, he's very wide. That's
a little bit very wide. I don't understand how being wider stops magic damage, but apparently, according to Splinterlands, there's some correlation there.
I don't know. He's just a big. Maybe it's all the fat content that's like surrounding his like very delicate, you know, interior. Yeah. He's just got like layers and layers of fat that like absorbs the magical like pulses that comes from the enemies.
There you go. Yeah, it just has so much mass to absorb. I like it. Yep. Well, in the chat, it was we finally got to 46 Bakjira and then 54% for Grum. So actually pretty even there. No one voting for Iza, no one voting for Uriel. So apparently the other legendary cards, no one's that excited about, I guess. I
have gotten beat by Uriel. I have to say, I think it was a Melee Mayhem, like, Noxious Fumes rule set. So, you know, there are cases where you're going to be able to use cards like this. But, I don't know, I like Iza the Fanged. It's a pretty cool card, the concept of having sneak. You know, Earth is, like, one of the only splinters that has a sneak attacker magic damage dealer and a sneak attacker ranged dealer. You know, so I think it's pretty cool. I don't know why they made it like that, but it's interesting. I kind of like to focus fire. You know, like if you're going to have ranged, you want to just attack either the first position, or if you have, you know, snipe, you're going to attack the second position or whatever doesn't have an attack. So having sneak is interesting, but it's cool. Like on its own, potentially it's going to get that stun. I don't know. What's your take on the ease of the Fanged?
Yeah, I mean, I think at low levels, it's kind of one of those cards where it's like, I don't know how much value it's going to add unless it scavenge ups and gets a lot of health. I think, you know, having a ranged sneak attack, the only advantage to that is maybe your opponent's playing Mylor, so if you're going a sneak heavy team, you're not taking the thorn damage. But I feel like at low levels, a lot more sneak attack comes from things like Tarsa or decks that have inspired, you know, adding the melee damage. There's not a ton of like, let's add range damage at the lower levels, but I think you probably have a better perspective, but I would see at the higher levels adding that stun. That to me, stunning the backline is a really interesting concept, because that's typically where they have a lot of their damage. So I think in that case it could be useful, but I think at the lower levels, that's why we're seeing some cheaper prices on it, because not a ton of people see the value in it, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's going to be fun with Prince Reina to try her out, at least. But I do like Lyra of the Dark. Lyra of the Dark seems like a pretty cool card.
Yeah, the opportunity on that is really interesting. Plus, doesn't have 6 speed or something crazy like that?
6 speed with swiftness. So, 7 speed when it gets out on the battlefield.
Yeah. I saw a match from Crypto Llama who posted it with Kitty, and it had 9 speed. And you're like, what? 9 speed?
It's a little busted.
Jeez.
Really good.
How are they ever supposed to hit that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it looks like, Grum is a lot of people's first choice. Back Jira in the Twitch chat as well, saying they're really liking that 6 mana. So definitely some good legendary cards, and the other ones seem to be more, in the community's mind, a meh versus versus the others. But let's go. Go ahead.
Hit or miss.
Yeah. Let's go check out another matchup. This is gonna feature here Shampoo Boy versus the Laughing Rabbit. Shampoo Boy is, I think, currently somewhere around 50 or 60, so a few more wins maybe pushes them in the top 32. This is a pretty big deal. And we have an Obsidian versus a Thaddeus here with Divine Protection. So what are you seeing here, God is Love? Do you think Shampoo Boy has a chance to potentially win and push themselves up in the standings?
I think Thaddeus is a clear counter to Obsidian for sure. But what I do see is that you spent 6 mana on this card. You spent 10 mana on these 2 cards in the second and third position on the bottom side that aren't really doing anything. So, I don't know. You also have the Urias and then the Shiva down there that are sneak attackers, and then you also have the Magi Necrosi that's a sniper, so kind of like mixed damage, whereas on the top side, Shampoo Boy is very focused. He's going to take you down one monster at a time, focusing on the front. But with Thaddeus and the Void on that Bone Golem, that could be pretty good, but then you're staring at Grund, and Grund does not play around. That guy deals so much damage.
Yeah, especially I think with Divine Protection, I think having monsters with double strike to knock off more Divine Protection is pretty nice. Yeah. You also have the taunt here in the backline, so Laughing Rabbit's damage initially is going to go all to that source. So that'll be interesting to see.
Make sure your Grund can attack a few times. That's good.
Grund is eventually going to have to face the Cursed Windeku, though, so that's going to hurt itself potentially for 4 damage.
Yeah.
So, who's your pick? Chat,
I'm gonna go with Shampoo Boy.
All right, I want to agree with you. I think it's gonna be close though here.
Yeah.
That Grund is so powerful.
Yeah, smack.
The problem with Bone Golem is while it does do a counter against magic, it's like you know it only has 2 armor and 6 HP, so it's just not a tank that lives very long.
Yeah. Here we get it. A little bit of Thorns damage.
Yeah.
Of course, that's going to get healed up. Now you don't have the Void, so that Cursed Windeku is going down pretty quick.
Yeah. And especially with Divine Protection, as you were saying earlier, with mixed damage, you're putting too much damage across the board, which is going to be even harder to kill because they have Divine Protection.
Yes. That Riftwing is going to tank a lot. It's a lot of scavenge so far.
Yeah. Problem is Grund is still pretty powerful though. Yeah. The sneak attack goes down before they can get the heal. I think that's the game right there. I think just off of that, right?
Yeah, look at Grund is just going to town, man. 6 damage per turn, and he's gotten healed 5 times. He got healed 5 times.
Oh man,
that's a lot of HP. That's 15 HP, I guess, that he got healed back.
Yeah, he must have done like 30 damage this round or this match himself. It seems like.
I think what's 6 times 7? He dealt that much damage, 42 damage.
Oh man,
by himself. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, if you can get a Grund out there with heals. I mean, the one thing that I feel like Grund is vulnerable to is obviously he doesn't have shield or void, so it is possible to kill him off fairly easy, but apparently with enough heals, he can just survive forever.
Yeah. No, that was a really good positioning there on the top side from Shampoo Boy as well, to make sure his healer didn't get attacked. You know, he had the backline buffer, and then also had the Regal Periton right next to it to absorb the sniper attacks. He was like, all right, I'm going for Grund and heal. Healing my Grund. Like, that's it. And I got a meat shield around my healer, and then Grund is going to get healed up. So, yeah, really well played. I like that strategy a lot.
Yeah. It's pretty dang awesome there. That was a good matchup. Let's see if we can get... I know your time here is limited, so let's get one more match, and then maybe we'll let you go here. Appreciate you being here on stream. It's been super fun.
For sure.
So let's get one more for fame or shame, because this is our last moment with God is Love. So of course we got to do it to him one more time. Let's get the for shame or for shame. God is Love versus Rurai.
Yes.
Do you remember this matchup? Do you remember what happens?
I think this one just got submitted.
Okay.
So let's see.
Check this one out. It's Blast. Only Fire Deck or Dragon. So both of you taking the Tarsa here. Let's see. Yep. I'm seeing lots of opportunity here on this match.
That's a good format for opportunity, that's for sure. But I have a higher level Serpentine Spy. So I got an extra speed, so I feel kind of guilty about that.
That could be the difference maker, because you slow him, you're going to kill off his ooze and battling ram, I think. Yep. And then from there, your opportunity should finish him off. If not, your snipe should do the damage. So he does have the shield in front, but your wizard there should be able to kill him anyways. So I think this is going to be another fame moment for you before you go, but let's make sure here. There we go. The blast killing off.
2 for 1.
Oof.
Yeah, and you see they had a really good strategy. Very similar to mine. You go with the creeping ooze. You want to just go with opportunity and go faster than your opponent. Unfortunately, at higher level cards, so I went faster.
Well, you can see why Serpentine Spy is so expensive. Just having those extra levels can be pretty powerful.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, GG's, even if you feel bad about that one.
Well, he had a gold foil, though, so...
Yeah, I mean, he had some good cards and a good strategy there as well. So, GG's there.
And I think that put me into what? I'm like 36th or something like that. 37th now. I need to win my last match and everyone above me to lose the rest of their matches. And maybe I'll be able to squeeze into the top 32.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the standings here. If no activity comes in, it'll actually let me scroll. If not, it won't. But let's check out the standings before you go. You said, top 32 is getting real close here. You're just hanging out there at 37th. So 2 more matches to go, I believe, for you. Meaning, with 19 wins, you still have a chance, actually, at 11th place to tie there. That would be kind of crazy.
That would be insane. No, I only have 1 match left.
Only 1 match. Yeah. Okay, so I guess for this time, we're playing... For some reason, I thought we were playing 28 matches, but I think based on how it worked out, it was 27 this time. So you could still hit top 25 there. Top 32 right now is looking like you got to be with 17 wins and have some good tiebreakers.
Yeah, my dad already beat me, so...
Oh, are you guys in the same group?
No. He's 19 and 6 right now.
Gotcha.
So.
I thought you meant like there was a matchup where he beat you.
No, he took me down on the leaderboards.
Well, we got 2 hours left. A lot of the leaderboard has stayed mostly the same since we've been playing. Schwartzchild does the tough stuff. No matches coming in. quite yet. Half Blue there in 3rd. Haturo still hanging around at 11th. Z-Force in 14th. Schnapoon again at 17th. If they could finish top 16, that would be a pretty big boost to get those 2 more circuit points. Ali hanging out in 22nd. Suitcase 27th. Recognize that name. Oh man, God is love. You gotta take down Hungry for tacos. You can't let a taco beat you.
He's got higher tiebreakers than I do. But I will go get some tacos. Maybe that sounds pretty good.
God Zombie. Wait, 160 power? They must have been renting for that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're ranked 1 bronze. That power can't be right. That power can't be right. What?
Maybe, yeah. No, you're right. They probably rented. Or they have like another account that they send all their cards to.
Maybe, because there's no way that they're #1 ranked bronze and with 900 power or whatever
That's
it was.
pretty crazy. Yeah, right, that shows the power of renting, right?
Yeah. Either that or delegating.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, God is love. Thank you for being here. Is there anything you want to shout out or anywhere people can find you on Twitter or Twitch?
Yeah, I do have a Twitch channel. I haven't been streaming much lately. I've been taking time to spend with my family, and it's the beginning of the year. We had a lot of business stuff to take care of, but we are going to be streaming with the Splinterlands stream team, and I'm looking forward to that. So you're going to be taking part in that too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So once that all gets squared away, I'll be streaming on Tuesdays, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern time. For that, and yeah, I look forward to seeing everyone there. Other than that, thanks a lot for having me. It was a lot of fun to do some commentary, look at all these matches, and have a blessed day. God bless you.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching this section. Go show some love to God is Love. Thank him for being here. We'll have another guest coming on after the break. For now, we're gonna take just 5 minutes to refresh, pull up some more matches, and see how this tournament shakes out. So see you guys in just a few minutes, and God is love. Peace out. Thanks for being here.
Peace.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Zensports Rookie Esport League / Bronze Esports League. And now that God His Love has jumped off, we have a new special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, the OG, Stever82. How's it going?
Hey, it's going really good, you know. We're heading into the weekend. I decided to try my hand at your little tournament and realize I don't know how to play bronze anymore.
I don't think any of us know how to play bronze.
Yeah, it was a pretty funny experience. I used to play the Untamed tournaments a lot when it first came out, and I would do pretty good. And then to discourage the people with a lot of cards, they actually changed it so it cost almost as much DEC as you could win to enter if you had a lot of power. Mm-hmm. So I just stopped playing, and I haven't been paying attention to what's good in bronze. And then the new cards came out, and I'm like, oh boy, now it's way different.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, even for me, but I've been playing since whatever, August, September of last year, mostly in bronze and silver, right? And with Chaos Legion coming out, I went from silver back to bronze on my alt account. I think you saw the, $1 to $1,000 series. And I'm like, man, I feel like bronze is harder than silver. I'm just getting slammed here. It's hard.
Yeah, it's really competitive down in those bronze leagues because I just started my new series where I wasn't brave enough to do $1 like you, but I did $150 to try to push an account to Gold League with no other money invested. And I was playing, and I'm like, boy, this is weird. I was getting slaughtered that first day for a little while.
Yeah, so. I mean, it's definitely tough. I think, a lot of people have pointed out to the bots, but even without bots, I think it's just... sometimes you don't have those leveled up cards that you want, and especially in this tournament, there's no legendaries. So all those, legendaries of Oceanus and some of the reward cards or whatever, Void Dragon, Chaos Dragon, those things that I normally go to, you're like, wait, I want this card. And then you go look, you're like, wait, no, I can't use that card. It's not there.
Yeah.
And then you start panicking,
Yeah.
So I'm super glad you're here, though. A lot of people in the chat already shouting you out, so thanks for being here. I think you're famous on our channel now after the last week. So
yeah,
appreciate your help.
Yeah, I'll say the one thing that's been so amazing, because I've been making content for a while, and I do it as more of a hobby at this point. But my channel's starting to grow. But I'd always been looking like, where are the other Splinterlands people? And just in like the last, I'd say about 4 months, all of a sudden, some really big streamers showed up. Some really good people entered the scene, and I'm like, I got to try to support the ones who are doing this a little bit. So that's what drew me to your channel, and I'm like, oh, here's a guy doing exactly what a lot of people want me to do: help the little guy, push the little guy. So I hope you stick around. I hope you're able to pull this all off. So that's why I wanted to support you with some of the stuff I've done so far.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, and it's fun to get to meet the face behind it. I mean, I've seen your YouTube channel, I guess, so I know what your face looks like, but obviously just getting to talk with you instead of over chat is awesome. So appreciate the gifts, the help to the channel and to the community, and that you're being here to commentate on this Rookie Esports League. Are you ready to jump into a match and see and try to analyze it?
Yeah, we can take a look at it. Sweet. I will do my best. I definitely have seen what's been beating me, so.
All right, well, let's see what this matchup is. This is the Tough Stuff, who has been very strong so far.
Yeah, that kind of gives it away, right? Because
it potentially gives it away, but I still want to look at it. So we got Equalizer, no neutrals, 21 mana. Stever here. What are you thinking as you look at these matchups?
Well, I think both the lineups look pretty good. In Equalizer, you usually want to go for lots of monsters on the board, monsters that typically don't have a lot of life. The Explosive Rats and the Explosive Dwarf before him are the two cards that always come top of mind. Also, when you know those cards are coming top of mind, you want your team to be fast. So usually you want to hit first with those big blasting attackers. And so speed boost makes sense. There's a level discrepancy in this match that's going to probably make it look more one-sided than these lineups really are.
Yeah.
But in general, everything looks correct. They're strong teams. I think, obviously, the Serpentine Spy on top is a card that is going to be pretty effective here. And a lot of people might not think to use him in this setup because you're like, your opportunity is just going to pound the front. But to be honest, that allows you to make that team that targets the front position with so much more damage as opposed to him bouncing around the map.
Melee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think your analysis makes a lot of sense. I think the one thing I'm a little bit confused by is the Pyre coming out here, because for Equalizer, as you said, they're all going to get higher health. So usually Pyre is pretty good for, low mana. You want some fast speed, as you said, get those first hits off. But all of a sudden, if everyone has 8 health, then I think having Tarsa here, to me, makes more sense.
Tarsa is just so strong in this kind of setup because of the ability to just add a damage to almost the entire team, that it does end up helping a lot. Also, I think there was the big mistake here. In an Equalizer, you almost know you lose if you're the one that put the monster on the board that gives everybody high HP. Yeah. If you did that, you lose almost every time.
Yeah. So F-Free Elder, I believe, is the one that's giving everyone 8 HP. Yeah. So that's Laughing Rabbit. We'll see if that's a mistake, or maybe they have something smart that we don't recognize.
I'd be surprised, but you never know. There's always the chance of the random things that happen in any match, and you get a lot of misses.
Ooh, that was a big hit. Yeah, 3 damage on the reach, plus the rabbit here having 3 damage actually gives the 2 blast damage. That's pretty big as well.
Yeah, just all around to have 3 melee attackers on the board that are attacking from different positions. That was a lot more damage than the other side had. So
yeah, so GG. I think this one clearly is over. They're going to lose the range attack. I don't think with Last Stand even that's going to make a difference. Maybe unless they get a bunch of misses.
Well, yeah, I guess if no one hits it, but those hits are going to come through soon enough because you got the Serpentine Spy with 4 speed. It's gonna hit it eventually. So
I can't believe we got that many misses, but Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting because you got 6 speed down there, but still, you probably are going to get through that life before, because you got that 15 HP guy sitting there in the background just waiting to be a shield if he needs to be.
Yeah, there we go. The Tough Stuff keeping the undefeated streak alive there. That's pretty impressive. That match actually right there that we watched moves to Tough Stuff from 2nd place to 1st place, which is pretty dang big. So, Stever, I don't know about you. Is this the first week that you're playing in this tournament, or were you part of last week?
This is the first week. I don't typically play bronze anymore. I actually feel a little guilty even going down and playing in those matches, but I do notice a lot of the other big players go do it too. So I'm like, I'll just go do it this time.
Yeah. Well, we're talking maybe making even some novice level leagues, because apparently bronze is attracting too many high level players. But yeah, it's exciting. There's a lot of good competition, a lot to learn here.
Yeah, I would say the one thing that's nice about Chaos Legion Bronze is in the past, level 3 cards, like leveling up your cards to 2 and 3 for the commons, used to just make them a lot stronger than the level 1 cards. But it's not really true in Chaos Legion. The level 1 teams can beat teams that are leveled up if the strategy is right in the set. And that's something that's at least kind of nice for the smaller player who's in it, that you actually have a shot even at beating people who might have a level 2 card compared to your level 1 card in certain stages.
Yeah, we've seen that already today. We also seen Haturo at number 11 right now with 9,000 power, which is pretty dang impressive. So I definitely agree. I think there's a couple breakpoints, I would say, in Chaos Legion that, maybe you get like one more sneak attack on the Silent Shavai, or maybe 1 speed here or there on certain monsters. But yeah, most of the time at bronze, a level 1 team, if played right, can counter, level 2, level 3 monsters. Yeah,
and it's nice to see that a little bit, because it gives you a chance to come in and you can win a little bit before you really have to start to invest. Or, if you play the long road, there's ways to get money and you could do extra things, I think we're both going to be pointing that out to everyone on our channel. So
right, make some extra blogging cash. Get the rentals going. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for one of your members to ask for that tip you vote. I gave you one, and it's a little boost, and so hopefully a couple of them take advantage of that offer.
Yeah,
I want to give it to players, and I want to give it to players who are going to invest it into the game for sure. So.
Yeah. Well, let's get another matchup going. This time we got AdCon06 versus the Goblin Guide. And this is going to be an interesting matchup. We got Kelia versus Daria. And even Steven matchup coming out here with 26 mana. Whose team are you liking more?
Oh, boy, this one's tough. Because you got that Thorns on the bottom. You have the extra damage. You both are going to get... If equalizers can hit, they're both going to have the damage on both the tanks in the front. One has self-heal. They both have... Okay, let's see. Where the opportunity is going to go. Chicken, Ram on top, and then it's going to go for the half lane. I'm going to say this one's probably going to be close, and I could be wrong. I think Kelia's speed boost is going to be able to help him land his halfling hit sooner, and possibly the other halfling archer is going to miss and not actually bring down the serpent before it dies. And if that happens, I think that'll carry the match.
Yeah, that'll be huge. So yeah, let's see if Stever's right, or chat as well. Who do you guys think is going to win, the top or bottom? Let's play it out, see how it goes. Level 3 sea monster, we always point out that's pretty big damage dealing as well with the heal.
Yeah, that card was a king of the game for a while. And see, there we go. It went down before it got the half attack in.
Yeah, that's probably enough to win right there. Triple opportunity on Kelia. That's a new one I gotta start picking up there. The level 3 seaweed and deep lurker both having 3 damage.
Yeah. That's definitely a powerful thing. I would definitely want to add that if you like using Kelia. That creeping is a great card. It's even a great card at the higher levels, and so I can't wait to start playing with those on my my main account combined, because I really like what they did to the water team. They completely changed it, and actually, it finally made some of the Untamed cards so much better. Kelia. So like a few of those cards, they didn't really fit with the current summoners of that team. Little Deep Swimmer was just not good enough, and now they get. I think that team got the biggest boost from their new summoner.
Yeah, I mean, Kelia is definitely one of the ones that everyone's talking about. I see, even though Obsidian seems to be a little bit higher priced more than Kelia is. I definitely see when I asked. I think when we did the poll last week, people are saying Kelia out of the new ones. Obviously, besides the legendary summoners that are coming are Quakes. Yeah. But as far as the rare ones, it seems like Kelia doing pretty well here in this tournament.
Yeah. And Obsidian, I think the reason why it might be over a little bit more is because there are some really, really powerful mage cards in the Earth deck in the Untamed set. And so I think that's pairing more with those cards, and that's what's justifying that price.
Yeah,
because I mean, Kron's already pretty broken in Last Stand. Now now you can Last Stand him with an extra magic attack. So,
well, I guess you wouldn't get the Last Stand though. Then at that point, well, I guess
no, he has
level
it at
3.
Yeah, at level 3, he has it on his own. You know, so that's why.
Yeah. Well, with that win for AidCon, moving into 45th, which is good. You got to get top 32 to get those circuit points. So he's gonna need. They're going to need 1 or 2 more wins with their matches to potentially break into that top 32, but that's definitely going to help out there. So GG's there. Let's jump into another game, see what happens in this one. Oops, I accidentally skip to results. Just kidding. Here we go. Let's try this again. This is a fame or shame moment, even though he's not here. He was here last week. We got a match from Game Boy Ali, who's doing much better this week. Didn't finish top 32 last week, but now maybe has a good shot at getting some circuit points here. So we have an Enrage plus no range damage here. And we'll play through for the buffs. What are you seeing here? What team are you picking?
It's hard to pick against Kali again, because the Deep Lurker is going to take out that Sneak Monster. Is going to die before he gets to attack. You've got 4 speed there in the front with armor to take away one of the first attacks there from the back row, and that I doubt that 1 speed guy is going to land very many hits. So I think it's going to be a pretty much they can't get through him before the 2 opportunity marker monsters just take out that back row, and then they'll just it'll take a while to beat Tusk, but I think they'll get through it. Yeah,
well, you also have to think about Enrage. One of the things about Enrage is if you get hit, you get more speed. So especially with Tusk only having 1 speed, Enraging to 2, and then what is this Flying Squid going to have 6 speed? So that's even bigger of a deal.
You're right. So he's going to have Tusk is really going to have a hard time hitting almost anyone on the other team, except for the chicken.
Yeah. Although Phineas Rage would get 8 health once hit, right? Or 8 speed. So that will be pretty high.
Yeah, Phineas is the one X factor. If they can't hit Phineas until he can hit them first, then that could be trouble.
Yeah. Well, chat is saying top from what I'm seeing. What are you going with?
I'm sticking with Ali. He's going to pull this out.
Let's see what happens. Phineas is going to need lots of dodges here. As you said, they're going to take out the back line, so that's pretty big.
Yeah, 1 less attacker immediately. Even though it's 1 damage in matches like this, it matters.
Ooh, I
didn't see that they were going to go. They're going to take him out first.
Tusk actually got both hits off too. No misses there. Still's going to have to get through all those shieldings though.
Yeah, so the no piercing. There's a miss. There's a miss.
Double miss and triple, quadruple. Holy crap.
There's a hit. That's only armor. It's so close.
Comes down to this. But he gets the clutch.
Yeah, the speed boost there gave him that advantage to probably not miss again. That was close though.
Goodness. Yeah, I mean, there was 4 misses in a row at a 40% chance. And
yeah, you could almost say levels maybe made that match. If Phineas was level 2, if Tusk was level 2, they might have been able to survive that. So
yeah, that was close. That win though moves Ali up to, what is this, 18th spot though, so at least getting 1 circuit point. Maybe 1 more win would push him to getting a lot more points. So we'll see if Ali can finish up near the end of the tournament with another win. But that was a pretty spicy game.
Yeah, that was closer than I thought it was going to be for sure.
Yeah, I was asking God is love earlier on this, but how do you feel about these card games with esports, big prize pools, and there is skill, there's strategy, but there's some RNG in the game, right, with misses and things like that. How do you feel about that? How do you handle that in tournaments?
It's a bummer when you're on the wrong side of it, for sure. I know I qualified for the Silver League top 32 thing that Clove did, and I lost a pretty key match on, like, it wasn't a draw because one monster was flipped to another, and then we get to the front and we both have a shark with 5 speed, and you're just like, well, who attacks first? That's what the whole match came down to.
Yeah.
And when you lose that, it feels terrible. But I don't see any way to kind of correct it. There's always going to be RNG in a game like this that plays digitally. And when there's not RNG like this, if missing wasn't part of the game, I think that would be worse.
Yeah.
Because it would take the speed stat and just make it almost obsolete, right? If people didn't miss sometimes. So yeah. And there's ways to build your team to put RNG on your side. Once you understand the cards right, the rule sets, you should usually be able to tweak that. But in big tournaments, when you need to the end, everybody knows usually the better lineups. So it does become a little bit of a random thing at the end.
Yep. I mean, I as you said, I think there's still a lot of skill and strategy involved to make it interesting and worth it, where it doesn't feel like it ruins the whole game. But, it just comes down to that. And that's true of any card game, Hearthstone, Gods Unchained, whatever. There's always going to be some RNG. But let's look at the next match. This is going to be Mappis versus Master? I don't know directly how to say that name, but Chap here, if they win, could potentially push it into the top 10. So this is a pretty key matchup here. As we see, we got Akelia versus a Thaddeus. No legendaries, aim true, no misses, 14 mana. Stever, take us away. Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, wow. This one's tough. It's hard to pick against the Cursed Windigu with that Thorns, but is there enough damage to kill the self-heal there? If you land a Halfling Archer, you're talking only 3 damage coming in. Mm-hmm. I think the Thaddeus -1 health might carry the day because he's not gonna heal for very much, and the Thorns damage included with that 3 will make it so that he wins on the bottom. I'm pretty sure.
I think I agree. Let's see what the chat thinks, but I definitely think if this was a level 3 sea monster, we've talked about how powerful level 3 sea monster, how important it is to rent because then you get the more heals. So the fact that they don't have that and they're only going to be healing for 2, that's pretty worrying, but let's see how it plays up. Maybe there's some misses here as well.
Yeah, probably not. He's slower, so hopefully not a lot of misses. That's when the RNG is really bad for you, right? When you miss on the slower monsters. Yeah.
Also, Chicken not being in second means he's not going to be able to attack anymore.
So he can't attack anymore, so it's over.
Yeah, I don't think it would have made a huge difference anyways, but there we go. Chap Master, I think is how to say their name, moving into the top 10 with that victory there. So GD's there right now, sitting at 7th, which... again, this is a pretty big deal. For each place in the top 10 is a big deal because, as you guys know, or if you've been here for a while, you know, top 8 is where you start getting a lot of the circuit points. This is from last week. You can see leaderboard winning it, getting 12, whereas if you finish 8th, Amari only got 4 points. 9 through 16 all get 3 points. So again, breaking into that top 8, just like Chap did, super big, important to get to that top 16 amount of circuit points by the end of this thing. And of course, 17th through 32nd only gets the 1 point there. So there's some pretty big break points in this tournament where if you finish top 16th rather than 32, that's a pretty big deal. And if you finish top 8 versus 16, also a pretty big deal. So these matches here, they're pretty intense. They mean a lot for what happens in this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely, I mean, qualifying for the tournament, even winning one of those other places, I mean, that's a pretty good amount of money, especially if you decide to invest it back into the game at current prices. You can get a lot of cards.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about, and maybe I'll ask you this question. Let's say one of those players, as we pointed out, Haturo with 9,000 power, let's say, somehow ranks up, rents some cards, and wins this whole thing, $500. What do you think as a player with only like 9,000 power. So what do you think they can do with that $500, or what would your strategy be if they were to reinvest that all back into the game?
I think it's always key to get the summoners. They're definitely the rarest thing. If you look through each set and you look at the different kind of attackers, you can find comparable attackers released in almost every set that are similar cards. So in the future, you're going to have a chance to get another melee monster with 2 damage that sneaks or something. But you might not have that chance to get a summoner on that colored team with that ability. Those haven't really repeated very often. So summoners are definitely where you want to go first. Whatever your favorite teams are, put them at a level that you have a goal to reach. So if you want to be a good silver player, get them to 4. If you want to be a good gold player, get them to 6. Because if you get your summoners to those levels, you can eventually, through rewards cards, through timing the market right on commons, put together enough teams to probably actually compete in those leagues. And then you might even sometimes be able to sneak into, one league up if you have enough power around the end of the season to get a nice end of the season reward. So that's what I would do. It's what I'm doing now, even though I have a lot of cards. If you guys want to sell me summoners for $3, I'm going to have a lot of them.
Agreed. I mean, it's crazy how 3 months ago you couldn't find a summoner, or at least you couldn't find hardly any summoners under $10, and now the fact that you're seeing them at 3, it's like, woo, let's go. It's the time for us small players to start building those bronze, start building into silver, and then one day, hopefully down the road, into gold. So yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully someone can make good use of this prize pool, whether you're first, second, third, or fourth. Hopefully you can use it to reinvest back into the game. But let's look at another matchup here. We got Z-Force here, who is God is Love's dad. We were talking about him earlier, versus Good Game. Z-Force with this win. Again, another player that can jump into the top 10. So let's take a look. Pretty important matchup here. We have range, can attack from first position, and we have 44 mana to go.
Well, that attack hurt. Oh, this is an interesting matchup. This is one of the first matchups I've seen. This is an old school tactic to use the epic summoners, because you can play level 3 rares in bronze. So you got that Cursed Vindictu sitting back there at level 3 with a lot of HP, the Thorns, and a couple. Only one sneak attacker though, but that does mean, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they'll kill each other. If he does land all the hits, you've got that big sneak monster there, double sneak, gonna take that guy out. Man,
yeah,
it's amazing. It looks so close still though, because then you have. But I think what's gonna happen here is that the bottom kind of focus their damage in the right way. I think with 2 people hitting the first monster, 3 sneak monsters is going to let him get through that back row. And then with the Windu killing the other one just by getting hit. And then I don't think you got the 2 1-speed there attacking at that dragon. So I think they might actually miss sometimes. So
yeah. I mean, I think Good Game has a really good strategy. If it wasn't for Daria with the +1, the Demoralize, I feel like does a lot more as well.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But Daria kind of counters that. And then this is a strategy I think a lot of people I see that have a good dragon deck. Put the Chihuahua in the front, Windeku in the back. You got Thorns all around for those melee attackers. So that to me is probably enough to win the game. But let's see. What does the chat think? Let's play this game and see if Z-Force can actually get into the top 10 here.
I just know historically when I've played that that worm misses sometimes. See?
Yeah, there you go. That could be a big deal.
And he hits so hard that when he misses, it hurts you.
Chihuahua goes down. So the Reach Monster, I was worried about this Reach Monster dying off to the Thorns, but not going to survive long enough. It's going to get real close, actually. Sandworm hitting there.
Sandworm hitting there probably helped a lot. And you could have a problem here with hitting that 4-speed back row with the Sandworm. So
both tanks going down. This is getting real close. Thorn still going to potentially... Oh, the miss again!
Another miss.
2 misses in a row. This is coming down real close. Thorn's gonna take them both out.
Yeah, so they kill each other. We saw that coming. I maybe underestimated the misses, but there, it got a hit.
Oh,
so.
Another miss! That changes everything, right?
Yep, that does change everything. But I did say those one-speed monsters on the top were probably going to get some misses. Wow, look at that.
That last miss, the Disintegrator would have had enough left to win. Woo!
Yeah, but if the Sandworm missed, 3 attacks? So
I think they both...
Yeah.
I think they both missed 4 or 5 attacks there, so it could have gone either way.
That was a great example of some RNG really playing into the game. I hate Sandworm because he misses.
Yeah.
Like that card, I only like to play it with Kitty.
Yeah, or reverse speed. It's excellent reverse speed, of course. But wow, Zensports moving to number 10 with that potentially lucky win, we'll say. Still had a good strategy there, though. Both teams, though, GG's to that one. That was a fun one to watch.
Yeah. Usually to make the top 10, you have to win at least, 3 to 4 matches that required some luck. Especially in bronze tournaments, because there's just not... Sometimes in silver, you can have like an easy grouping where you're not really playing silver players. So you end up winning, but not in bronze.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people were predicting the Daria to win that one, which barely did win, but chat was right on that one. Got a little bit lucky. Let's jump into another match. This one's going to be interesting. Tarsa versus Tarsa. We got KJ Chemical on the bottom versus Frenzy on the top here with Poison and 17 mana. What are you thinking?
They both played Immunity to have a monster on the board that won't die from Poison. It's going to take forever. It's going to take forever for that Urias to kill him in the last position.
Yeah, well, Poison's going to take him out before that.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen. The Halfling Archer... If the Halfling Archer lands its blow, then the bottom wins eventually. I mean, it's just the way this is set up.
It shouldn't miss because of the Creeping Ooze, right? It should go down to 1 speed.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Maybe we just haven't played it. There we go.
Well, it still only gets
immunity.
One...
That's right.
Oh, wait, he can't get immune. So
there's a chance. There's a small chance.
There's a small chance if this is... Well, yeah, actually... It's kind of funny because I think this is just going to come down to those two monsters fighting each other, and the 1 extra HP on the level 2 could be the difference.
Yeah, well, and if
we'll have to see.
Alchemist actually hits, then...
Well, no, but he can't put it on because he's immune.
Oh, because of the immunity. Ooh, that's interesting.
And then he'll attack first there. There's no other attackers, and then everything's going to die to... they both lost a couple armor.
Yeah, so... I think you're right. I think it's just going to come down to randomly whoever hits first, because both of them have 5 damage, right?
Yeah, you know what? The Ooze taking that hit. Oh, but he didn't get an attack. So his turn, he lost that attack that round.
It's going to come down to RNG. Wow. Whoever gets... Oh, the level 2 card attacks first, though. So literally...
Yeah.
Literally just coming down to having a higher level card there. That's rough for Friends.
Yeah, and as hard as it is, if you do want to compete in these tournaments and you want the tournaments to become a source of income for you, and there are a lot of bronze tournaments, you do want to take your favorite teams and get the important cards to level 2, because otherwise you're going to lose some matches like that just because you didn't. Yeah,
it's interesting that, normally when I'm playing ranked, I'm looking for those breakpoints of what do I want to rent or buy, and Forgotten One level 2, you're like, oh, it only gets 1 HP. Is it really that important to get the 3 cards to make that happen? And for normal ranked play, I would probably just say no, it's not. But I think you're right, in tournaments that are this competitive where you need to go, 24-2 or 22-4, every match that you lose because of one little thing, that could be definitely a big difference. So yeah, normally I wouldn't really care, but I think what you're saying there makes a lot of sense. All right, a couple more matches here, right? Let's keep it going. Maybe we'll take a quiz question after this, or a poll. I guess rather. So this time we got a Kolsker, who I saw in the top 100, still hunting down for a top 32 finish. Sneak Attack and Snipe are fogged out here, and then we got Vicey with the General Sloane. So Usually I'd say Mylar, but what do you think?
Well, Mylar's not going to be effective at all because no one on the other team attacks with melee. So the Thorns is negated. You do have a heal on Grund, but it goes last. Let's see, you got 6, 8, 9 damage in the back per turn. Oh, wow. I'm leaning towards Sloane winning this. And because Grud got slowed down to 2, I think he'll miss at least 1 attack on that. Well, actually the other buff hasn't come on yet, huh? So he's going to be back to 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The brownie.
So, okay.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. It depends on if Grud misses at all. Because if he misses even once, then the heal will allow it to take 2 hits the next turn, right? Possibly. Oh, because the mage on the top there. The heal will hit first, though.
Yeah. I just don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's 6, 8, 9 damage towards Grun, but he's also going to heal up for what is that? 2 or 3? No, 3. Oh man, who are you going with?
He'd still die in 2 turns, and then. Oh boy, this is close. It's nice to actually see both teams with cards leveled too.
Yeah.
So that I don't have that to cheat on. I definitely could be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Sloane sneaks this one out. I think the double attack of the last card is going to it's going to be enough.
All right, chat. Let us know what you think. We got Vicey in the chat here on Twitch. So this is actually a Stever what we call for fame or for shame. When someone is either on stream or in the chat when we're showing their match, it's either fame or shame depending if they win. So Vicey, well, hopefully we'll get you some fame here. I don't know. Stever believes in you, but let's play this one out and see how it goes. The one hit and the double hit.
Does get the double hit. Double hit back.
I think that's enough right there because they're going to kill the Time Mage. Yeah. Grun getting low, though. Who goes first? Oh, the heal goes first. Vicey, sorry. The shame.
I really thought you could get at least 1 miss there, but you didn't.
Even Stever believed in you, and somehow you still got the shame, but that's okay. I think there was a good, setup there. There was a potential 35% chance miss on the Conjurer up front. So
yeah, and with 2 attacks a turn, you'd expect maybe that 35 to hit once, but it didn't. So.
Okay, well, let's roll the tape on another match and see if Vicey, another one coming in here, can they get the fame this time around? This time using Daria versus the Obsidian. No armor, no neutrals, 50 mana. Whew! This is going to be a long battle. What do you think here? Oh, I don't think did the silence go? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, the silence did go, but it has a magic buff. And then you got the damage there.
This is a close one. There's a lot of damage across the board with 50 mana.
I think what's really gonna win the top the game is the I can't remember his name right now, but the Reach monster, because
the Manicore.
The Manicore, because in theory they have enough damage to kill the other Grud on the first round, and Grud doesn't have enough damage by himself to kill the other Grud, and everybody else is going to get taunted to that last position.
Yeah, and both have the slip spawn in here.
Yeah, and while yes, the mages and the big archer there, the Mylicor Headhunter are all going to also be pulled away. The fact that they still have exactly 11 damage in attacking there with a 4/4/3 means the other Grud dies round 1, and that probably wins the top of the match.
Yeah, well, we also got the Mitica here. 4 range damage. This card can be pretty lethal, so... Stever again believing in Vicey here, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
shame
see.
Last time? Is there fame this time? Level 2 Grunt gets go first. Yeah, perfect prediction by Stever here. See if that's enough. And getting the heal there is pretty big too.
Yeah, that was the other part of that. I didn't really get into it, but it meant he was gonna be around to attack again. So
yeah, I don't think he can die now, right? There's not enough damage.
No, because the Jax is a standalone sniper. Well, that changed. No, well,
Change.
no, it didn't change because that mage is about to die. So
yeah, all right, man, a lot of Grund coming out here.
It's gonna take
people liking that card. And then here we go, last hit, Vicey getting the fame this time around. GG's there, well played. What is your thoughts on Grund coming out?
I like Grund as a card. He's expensive, but it's an interesting card. It's getting to the point where there are a lot of high level tanks now, but having a double strike monster on a team that has a couple different cards that can give extra attack to him, and then you can also combo him into a combo like that with Daria, so you could see a Grund with 5 attack on the board pretty easy with the Brownie. And so then you're talking about a 10 attack per turn monster. That's a pretty interesting card. I really want to get into it. I've been a little lazy, and I haven't maxed out all my Chaos Legion cards yet because I don't know if I want to open my packs or just buy myself the rest of the way there because things are so cheap, and I just might hold the packs. So I'm working on that, and I've just been distracted making a lot of content. So I need to go pay attention to the market, I think.
Well, Quentin says, I love Llama plus Grund. That sounds like a messed up combo with Last Stand Double Strike.
Man. Last Standing him with a double strike, that would be pretty crazy too.
That's just mean at that point. All right, well, we got another match. This one is the famous Schwarzschild, usually at the top of the bronze leaderboard. Last week, doing really well, earning themselves circuit points. I believe they finished, let me check was it second? No, they finished 4th last time. So 8 circuit points already in this tournament and sitting at the top 5 right now. This is Schwarzschild playing Mylor versus, what is it, Sidney? Or S-Diny maybe, with Snipe. All monsters have Snipe, no range attack, 24 mana. Stever, does Schwarzschild keep getting the fame here, or do you think they finally take a loss here?
I think Schwarzschild is going to win this match. The Thorns is just going to be too much because they went all melee on the other side to kind of counter the snipe mode. And even though the living lava isn't going to die quickly, there's just a lot of HP on the other side to go through.
It's interesting because I do think while the sneak attackers will die, they could potentially kill a lot of that backline.
Yeah, the main reason I'm saying that is because he's got the speed boost on the top.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a chance that when it gets... well, I don't know. It depends. If Brownie dies turn early, which he might, it could be close. I just still feel like the Thorns... I mean, because, the Battle Ram's going to die turn 2. The Serpentine Spy's gonna, the turn 1, Serpentine's gonna die turn 2. By the time this guy there's the shield on the one guy has a divine shield. So I don't know. Do you think that they have enough sneak damage to kill through that entire line, including that silly failed summoner who's going to take a couple of hits to die, but actually be dealing back 2 damage each time?
Yeah, the only reason why I think Sydney or whatever how you say their name has a chance is because Serpentine Spy with level 3 has enough HP to get 2 attacks off. So potentially they could take down Brownie, Seer, and Nymph, which is going to leave the damage on the living lava pretty low. So I don't know. It's going to be really close.
Yeah, the Nymph should be dead turn 1. 2, so
I don't know who you picking, Stever. Who's the chat picking?
I'm not afraid to be wrong, but I still think Thorns ends up just barely carrying the day. It's gonna be almost silly where the bottom is gonna end up just killing themselves before they're able to finish off the other team.
All right, well, this one is spicy to me. Let's play it and see if they can keep their win streak going. We're gonna get the snipe into the chicken at first, so that means the living lava actually doesn't take any damage round 1. Forgot about that.
He took 1.
Well, I guess 1, yep.
And that was actually a big thing there, that the Uraeus attacks first because it's epic. So she took two kills to get hit, so she dealt back 4 damage.
Oh, let's see. Living Lava could kill right now as well. Their front line on this next hit.
But he'll get hit first, in theory.
True. Oh,
And that 3,
close.
the 3 makes him take 2.
The thorns.
Yeah.
Oh, the 1 HP. This is so close. I think he has it.
Is it gonna?
Tiny. By 1
you're right.
HP.
By 1 HP. Wow.
Holy cow.
I'll take that when I'm wrong because of that close. I think I underestimated the chicken taking 2.
Yeah, I forgot.
2 attacks in the first turn because of the extra HP from Tarsa.
That's a pretty big deal though, because I think the Tough Stuff almost has a guaranteed first spot unless Blue can start winning, because I think that means Schwarzschild is out of matches. So, with those 3 losses, unless the Tough Stuff loses all the last 3, that could potentially put the Tough Stuff in, I think, close to a guaranteed win here with one more win.
I think you're right, because the people behind him are done. Like the first 5, right? Are all done.
Well, Blue has, let's see, two more matches to go. Albie 1. Yeah, I think a lot of them. There's no one really left with a lot of matches. So,
well, yeah, I guess Half Blue, if he wins, goes to 24-3, and he gets 3 losses. But his tiebreaker is already. I don't know. I think he has it.
Yeah, I mean, the Tough Stuff is in the chat here. The Tough Stuff must be feeling good today. 24-0. That's insane.
That is.
That's just, oh my goodness.
Time to go watch his battle chain, right? After this, just what did he do?
I mean, he was in my group. He beat me, that's for sure. So I would definitely go to that group and just look through the matches, see what they were doing. I mean, that's a great place to learn. So we'll get another match going. While we do that, Stever, I want you to think of a quiz question about yourself. Could be about your channel. Something like your favorite Splinterlands card, could be about your life, whatever someone could guess here in the chat, because after this next match, I want to do a quiz question with you. And whoever guesses it first will get a free Chaos Legion pack. So, sound good?
All right, yeah.
Think of something? Okay, we'll play one match first, and then while we do, you can maybe think of a question. I was supposed to give you a heads up earlier, but I forgot to.
I got a pretty good one that somebody would really have to have been following me to know.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's too hard, you might have to give some hints after a while, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. All right, so this next matchup, we got KJ Chemical taking on Magooz. Here we got Mylor versus a Ouster here. Or how do you say this, Sumner? You say Ouster? What's the pronunciation, you think?
I don't know. I don't say his name often, because I actually skipped him.
Just forgot about him.
I have a level 4, but I didn't level him all the way.
Gotcha. All right, well, we got the Magic Reflect versus Thorns. What you thinking as you look at this?
No, there's not a lot of magic on top, so the Magic Reflect isn't going to be that devastating. Mm-hmm. There's also not a lot of... It will eventually. Brownie's going to die. And then Halfling would die next turn.
Yeah, this one could be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close, that's for sure.
I like the... this is something I talked about on one of my videos watching this tournament. The Silent Shavai plus the Uraeus leveled up. That's 5 sneak attack with not that much mana. I always like that strategy.
Yeah, that's a combo I like early on too. And normally I'd say, but it's going to run into that one silly armor on the Halfling, wasting one of their big attacks. And then they're going to be taking Thorns damage back. So that's a big deal because it's do 0, take 2.
Yeah. Their sneak tank isn't going to do anything.
Yeah. He's doing nothing in the last position. I think Top's going to take this. It's going to be pretty close, but the healer's going to get to put off a couple heals, assuming Honestly, the Bone Golem's just not that strong of a card.
Yeah. I think
it's a disappointment, but his 1 speed, he might not even be able to hit anything. Yeah. And if he was landing, then maybe the combo with the 3 damage archer, they could actually do a little thing, but I feel like he's just going to miss. That initial 3 damage archer is going to get healed twice, and the sneak guys are just going to get too weak because of the thorns.
Yeah, so. The thorns are going to take them out. I think too, I'm really curious why they didn't play something like Curse Wendeku instead of the Bone Golem, especially when you already have Magic Reflect. So maybe it seems like they're really predicting maybe an Obsidian pick here from the green team rather than Mylor, but picking wrong here, I think that's probably, as you said, going to be the difference maker. Let's play it out though.
Yeah, this kind of almost feels like a summoner choice, like from an old school player, and it might be true because they actually have this summoner. Because when you see blue and green, you kind of think Magic initially if you're an old school player, but that's not what they are anymore necessarily.
Yeah, Chaos Legion definitely changing that around. Mustang staying alive and getting the kill right away. That's probably the difference maker as well. I don't see how they win now.
And there's just no way. The Mustang is gonna not die, especially because they didn't even get to Nymph, so she can still heal him.
GG's KJ Chemical taking that one. That was a good Mylor setup. I like that, and learned something there with the ranged dealers and all of that was pretty great, countering the sneak attacks. So GG's there. All right, let's see. Stever, do you have a quiz question for those here on Twitch, Theta, and YouTube? Someone could guess for a Chaos Legion pack.
Yeah, we'll go with this. So I have a very, very good collection of cards, but I do not usually compete in the top of Champion League because I'm missing a certain group of cards that at the time I didn't invest in. So does anybody know what those are?
Ooh, a group, like a category of like a certain pack, or what do you mean by group?
There's a key member of each team I'm missing.
Ooh. All right, well, let's scan the chat. Let's see. Guess some cards. Guess some monsters and summoners. Let's see if anyone could maybe even get. Someone says dragon.
Nope, not dragon.
Neutral. Dice. Legendary summoners.
Dice isn't a good guess because I'm missing them, but dice aren't really that powerful in Champion League anymore. Toughen stuff, be a little bit more specific.
Ooh,
with that guess, maybe. Okay, I'll give you that hint.
Close. Fiends, summoners, beta leg summoners. Someone says in Twitch.
Oh, that's it. I think that's it. So the beta legendary summoners are something I didn't invest in. I was buying beta packs at the time, but this was kind of before my Splinterlands. The card. We weren't rich back then because we played this game. So I was selling my beta legendaries to get funds to level up my beta regulars so I could max them out to pick up alpha cards and things. And so like in the top leagues, Valimor is like my nightmare card who just destroys me quite often. And then there's the other ones are all pretty powerful too. So all 5 of the beta legendaries.
All right, well, congrats to Mezoom for getting that guess. They're getting a Chaos Legion pack, which I'm giving them to right now, which is technically more like Stever is giving it to you because Stever gave me. So that's a little bit of a roundabout way, but GG's there to Mezoom, I think is how to say it. And if you open up that pack, let us know if you get anything fun. If not, then you can hold on to it, sell it, whatever you want. It's your pack to do whatever you want with. Someone in the chat asked where I placed in the tournament. Let's just say it's so bad I don't want to tell you.
I don't really want to talk about mine either. So
I think you placed higher than me. So day one, the funny thing is, day one I started out 4-0 on stream, and I was like, oh crap, I'm doing so well, and then I just completely failed. And went 7-7, barely made day 2, and from there now I'm like 11-14, just because I was like I just had some terrible games come in.
Because I was going to be here, I did something I usually hate to do, and when day 2 started, I entered my teams immediately. I hate doing that because I feel like it puts you at a disadvantage. because sometimes there's some good team you didn't realize that you don't see that could have beat you on your first match, and you could have learned a lesson.
Yeah.
And so
that makes sense.
My suggestion is don't do that if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
Wait, because I feel like you're a better player if you're seeing matches and you're learning from what's going on in the matches, as opposed to just, like, hey, we're 1 hour in, let's just enter all my teams and hope I win.
Yeah, I think that's what I did. I played them this morning because I was prepping for the stream, and I was like, I need to play them before the stream or I'm not going to get them done. So I just kind of randomly, as fast as I could, tried to play. But
yeah, I did the same thing, and we both did pretty bad. So
yeah. Well, they are asking for a Fame or Shame Luke match, but we'll maybe do that one after the break. Let's get one more in here with Stever. I know you got to get back to work, I believe. So let's do one more match for fun here with Stever. Analyze this. We got a top player who earned points last week, Suitcase, or Suitcase, as I like to say, taking on Manny Boy here with a Kelia versus Tarsa matchup with Enrage. So, Stever, who's going to take this one?
Ooh, I know Suitcase. Suitcase has been around for a long time. I've actually played against that player quite a few times in matches, so I know they play a lot, but this is interesting. That speed boost with Enraged, it's going to be so hard to hit that first monster once it gets hurt, but who's going to hurt it? I actually think Kelia will take it. I just think you've got the stonefish there with the armor that's going to take is going to neutralize the Serpentine Spy so that the Deep Lurker kills him. And then I do think that the Living Lava is never going to hit. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to take too long to kill that squid. And then they're going to actually just barely take it. And really, the armor is going to be the major reason why, because there's no piercing on the other side, and they've totally neutralized the Serpentine Spy. So I think that's gonna
Serpent of Eld and Enrage matches, as long as they don't use heavy magic damage, is just a killer card. You'll see this pop off potentially here with a ton of misses. Does get a hit right away though.
Yeah, he doesnn't have his Enrage yet, so
yeah.
Though that was kind of wow, he hit both times. That's interesting. There's a miss.
Oh, another miss.
There's another miss.
Can it keep it going?
There's another miss. So there it dies.
Phineas Rage is also going to be hard to hit though, so it kind of depends here. How many misses do they get?
So there's a hit. There's a hit. There's an armor that absorbs that.
Ooh, it's gonna be more interesting.
Now Deep Lurker's going to get enraged. Oh, but he missed.
No.
Wow.
20% chance. Oh, that was cruel. That's it. Unless there's a flying miss.
Oh, well, there is a flying miss. Can there be another?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
That was a fun one to end it on for Steve.
I underestimated Suitcase, and see, I'm not always right. This is why I did not win this tournament.
Well, a lot of these matches, people are getting so good that I feel like a lot of them are starting to come down to a little bit of luck.
Yeah, if that Deep Lurker doesn't win that match, then he would have, missed that last hit after he was enraged. Then he would have won that match. But it's been a lot of fun, man. This was really cool.
Well, I'm going to drop your YouTube into the chats here. I don't know if I can put the link in the Theta and Twitch because I'm not an admin there. But where can people find you? Tell us a little bit about yourself before you go in case people want to continue to follow along with your Splinterlands play.
Yeah, so you can find me as Stever82 on YouTube. It's not really a very crypto-y name or anything, but I just never changed it. I pretty much cover mostly Splinterlands things and other play-to-earn games that I'm getting into. I'm trying to find other projects early, and so that's my main focus of my channel. Besides, I do cover a few DeFi projects as well because I do like to use those to compound my earnings from my play-to-earn games. So that's kind of what my channel is about. If you want to check me out on Twitter, I had to be R82 Steve because apparently there's another Steve R82, which was the whole purpose of having such a silly name.
What are the odds? That's crazy.
I know, it's pretty crazy. So I don't have a lot of Twitter followers, so if anybody wanted to help me build that up, that'd be pretty helpful. So
awesome. Well, there you go, Steve. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. It was awesome to have you here. Much appreciation towards you, and I hope people go check you out because you have a lot of knowledge as one of the. How long have you been playing? When did you start?
Well, beta packs were still for sale when I started.
I missed 2019.
I maybe 2018. I missed the alpha sale. I joined in, but it was at a time when cards were really cheap and people just gave you lots of alpha cards. So It was kind of an interesting thing.
Interesting. Well, awesome. So yeah, a lot of knowledge there. All these cards, all the markets. Stever's been around longer than probably most everyone that's making content out here. So thanks for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day as well.
One quick tip. Yeah. When the legendary summoners drop, these cards are going to be powerful. And they tend to be cheap in the beginning, and then they're never cheap again. So when those airdrop cards come out, if you want to get something that has the best chance to go up, I think those are the cards. Because, I bought my Jotens for like $18 a piece.
Oh, man.
So,
I wish.
Right? Yeah. So, this is going to be, this group of players' chance to have those really powerful legendary summoners probably for, I don't know if they'll get as cheap as they used to be. We have a bigger player base. But then again, the airdrop cards seem to be not too expensive so far.
Yeah. So. Well, we'll see what happens. Thanks again, Steve, for being here. Hopefully we can collab again and have you on another time. But for now, have a great rest of your day. We're going to take a quick break before we show the last hour of the tournament. How does the standings shake out? Some of you guys are requesting some of my battles, so maybe we'll take a look at that. And we'll have hopefully another guest jumping on here in just a quick minute after the break. So see you later, Steve. Have a great day.
See you guys.
And see you guys after the break. And welcome back, everybody, to the Zensports Rookie/Bronze Esports League with a $1,000 prize on the line from Zensports. Thank you guys for partnering with us in that. I also want to shout out from Zensports because they are hosting this. They are doing amazing things for this crypto community, the play to earn community. And if you are interested at all, they have a chess tournament tomorrow, 2 p.m. start. And it is a $1,000 prize pool, single elimination. So check that out as well. Jump into their Discord, see what's going on, especially if you play chess or you like watching chess. That could be something that's really interesting. A lot of money on the line there as well. But as you guys can tell, we have a new face here on the screen. Welcome, Jim Morgan. Thanks for being here. What's up? How you doing? And let the people know who you are.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here. I'm Jim Morgan. I am a YouTube content creator / full-time boyfriend. Stay at home.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, just recently also joined the Splinterlands stream team, so can't wait for that. And I actually found out that I am airing before God is Love. God is Love. Yeah, because he's on Tuesday at like 5 Eastern or something like that. I forget. And then I'm pretty much the time slot right before him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. And how long have you been playing Splinterlands? How long have you been making content for it?
Yeah, so Splinterlands, I've been playing since August 15th. So a little bit of time now. And I was honestly so glad when I saw that you're able to put PayPal into credits. Yep. And that's really what got me deeper and deeper into the game, because I'm not like really big into cryptocurrency or like really handling exchanges and wallets and all that stuff. So it's just slowly over time I've been learning how to do that. And the content creation stuff I do is I actually play board games / card games and RPGs, minis. Yeah, so we tend to do that stuff as well.
Super fun. That's awesome. Quentin in the chat says full-time dog dad. Is that accurate? Do you have a dog?
Yeah, we have 3 dogs and 2 cats.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, well, let's jump into our first match. The way it'll work, it should pop up on the screen here, and you're going to, what we call here is fame or shame. So if someone's in the chat or if someone's in the streamer and we have their matches pulled up, of course, if they win, it's the fame. If they lose, it's the shame. And people were requesting it before the break, so we got to give it to them. Unfortunately, it's fame or shame for your boy Luke here as we play this Mylor versus Obsidian matchup. And oops, I went a little too far ahead.
So
this is an
earthquake
battle and neutral. What are you thinking here?
So I'm not going to say that I was the one who like first threw that out there, but I might have been. So
I missed that. Where you said that in the YouTube? Oh yeah, you did. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's trolling me already. I love it.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you got to troll a little bit.
Yeah, of course. It's gaming.
Man, Grunt has been kicking butt this entire day. So let's see here. All right, so that's 6 attacker just went through, and then their 5 attacker is going to go through. Man, is there anything else going before that Grunt? It doesn't seem like anything too crazy. Oh, but that opportunity attacker is going to die from the thorns. Ooh, man,
sorry. My voice is going. Whew. Opportunity is the one that has thorns, so it won't get hit by thorns.
Oh no, my bad. I forgot to see the taunt right next to it. That guy at the back with 2 HP, he has thorns.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta give it to you, Luke. I think you're gonna win this.
Okay, well, let's play it out. Let's see what happens. The taunt taking up all that damage. Grunt gonna get the double thorns though, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
The only thing is there's still a lot of magic damage on their team. Earthquake's a pain to deal with sometimes too. Bye-bye, Grunt!
Man, I'm getting nervous.
I know, right?
All
Earthquake not quite taking out the slip spawn till now.
Now that's gone. Yeah, it's looking
leveled up there. The level with the 3 melee on the mercenary, that took out my chances to kill that one off.
So the Thorns is gonna come in and kill it.
And then Earthquake and the level 2.
Oh.
Yeah. So I only have a level 1 Mylor, and I think maybe if I played the Unicorn, maybe I would have a chance to soak up more of the magic damage.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think the Unicorn would have been a great pick.
Yeah, that one felt bad. That one was one of the ones I was like, I feel like I got this. And then I watched it and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, it looked really strong for you early on. And then it just,
The stupid Perryton, it's one of those cards with the fast speed that just makes it really hard to hit. One of those cards I hate playing against. But,
fast, and it has flying too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's one of the most favorite, at least in bronze and silver. I don't know, what level of Splinterlands do you usually play at with your account?
I do try to play in silver, and when I'm doing like market analysis, I really try to pay attention in the bronze and silver range because that's where most of the people are going to be. So when looking at how powerful a card is or how much money it's going to cost or potentially could cost, around the silver strength point, so like a level 2 legendary, tends to be what I try to look for. So playing in silver is my favorite.
Yeah, makes sense to me. So you know kind of these, at least somewhat, what the bronze level cards feel like, rather than like Stever was saying, I'm playing in champion most often. Yeah. This is weird to go now have to play in bronze. It's kind of a like total
once you hit
rewire.
Gold, it's a completely different monster.
Yeah. A lot of different abilities and levels up there. All right, let's take up another match. This is going to be SPLINTERLAND. We watched one match earlier. This is a chance to actually push into the top 10 if they win this one against the Django Green, I think is how to pronounce the name. We got the Obsidian versus General Sloane in, let's see, a back to basics and range monsters can attack from first spot. So, Jim, take us away. Wow. What are you thinking as you see this?
Okay, so at first I didn't even notice that the abilities were taken away, and I was like, "Oh man, wait, where is the taunt?"
Yeah.
All right, so the 4 speed guys moving fast. This is difficult trying to figure out who's gonna win.
Yeah, back to basics is just one of those ones that's really hard to figure out sometimes.
Yeah, like having the armor is really strong. It seems like there's higher damage output coming from Sloane and more armor overall. I think I have to give it to Sloane.
Okay, well that would push Sedani's top 10. I think it's really interesting. I think the Django Green here, the one thing that I don't love about this is that typically in back to basics, I like to have my high HP monsters in the front just to soak up more damage. And the fact that they have 2 here that are going to die pretty quickly once the Unicorn Mustang goes down, they're going to lose 5 damage potentially by round 2. So
yeah,
I agree. I think Sedani potentially gets this one. Let's play it out and see though.
And I guess the armor really only matters for the range attacker and the Unicorn, but yeah, still. Oh,
so much range damage there.
It kind of mattered right there. Yeah, it's a lot.
Unless they get some misses here. 1 miss, 2 miss. Not the third.
But the 3 coming in clutch.
I thought I was gonna have a 1 miss, 2 miss, red fish, blue fish moment there.
Yeah.
All right, this is close though. 10 HP left.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get it. Yeah.
GG's there. Woo! That was a close one there. Back to basics. That's just one of those matchups that normally I would say Magic usually wins those, but with the range up front, being able to attack there, that was kind of smart using General Sloane. I like that.
Close range is really strong.
All right, well, it looks like we got another matchup from Sedani again. So if they can keep the ball rolling, they could maybe even make top 5. Let's see. This is going to be a really interesting one. We got Thaddeus countering the Obsidian magic here. So let's see what the rule sets are. Ooh. We got Earthquake and Fog of War. So, all
right, so
what's your thoughts?
Man, this one's rough. Okay, so it looks like after the chicken dies, the who's that green tank? I forget his name.
The infantry, right?
Yeah. So he's not going to take any damage from that ranger in the back line. He's going to take 1 damage from the Wendigo, 1 damage from the thorns as well. But Earthquake on top of it?
Yeah.
And there's no close range.
Bottom is saying, Silver is saying bottom wins. Ultimate Crypto Game is saying top is going to win. So there's some debate here in the chat.
Yeah. I think I'm going to give it to... I don't know.
I think it's hard because, it seems like this, neither tank has flying, but the shield helps only takes 1 earthquake damage.
Yeah.
But then they also have the Riftwing to soak up a lot, and maybe the Tower Griffin can continue finishing off if it can hit the Perryton.
But in theory, the Wendigo dies in 2 turns because of the earthquake, along with the 3 damage.
All right. Well, chat is split. So, Jim, who are you picking here?
I want to give it to to green pretty badly, but I also just think top might win. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna pick black.
Okay, all right. Well, Super Cow's in the chat, so maybe we can get some for fame or shame Super Cow, because Super Cow's doing pretty well right now. Chat's pretty split though, so let's play this out and see who is right. A lot of people are picking bottom, a couple picking top. This is gonna get spicy, I think. I think that Riftwing might just be the miss there. That was a pretty big miss.
I wasn't expecting the 3 damage to miss. Not at 20%.
Oh, this Riftwing's just going to get so much health, though. But if they can't kill the infantry, they're not going to have any damage, right?
Oh, yeah. Now the only way that he takes damage is Earthquake, right? Earthquake and Thorns. But now the Thorns is gone.
Okay, so this should be, you would think, GG's.
Yeah.
All right, that's too bad, because Sedini with a win here could push top 5. I don't think there's any way to win it, though.
But if he just... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, if he just keeps missing.
Yeah, maybe with another miss. Yeah, nothing there left in the tank. All right, Sedini taking the loss there. It was close, though. Good matchup.
Oh, I wanted to pick green so badly.
I think maybe we should start giving shame for wrong picks from us.
Yeah, probably. That's pretty good. We'll have to start a tally.
All right. I saw Super Cow in the chat. Where's Super Cow right now? Let's look at the standings. We haven't looked at the standings. We got a half hour left, so these last few matches can really change potentially the whole leaderboard. I don't think the tough stuff is going to get dethroned yet, undefeated, and still a couple matches left to play. That's honestly incredible. But from there, we got Schwarzschild still in second, Blue in third, Albie, Magooz. Magooz was in the chat. I think that was who won the pack earlier, right? Am I wrong? Let me check on that.
I'm not sure.
No, that was Mazoom.
Super Cow says not to shame him.
Not to shame. Okay, well, Sedini, we just watched a couple matches there, sitting in 9th now, so still top 10. UA, 10th, Z-Force in 11th. Haturo, with 9,000 power, is getting knocked down to 14th, but that's still a great finish if we can finish top 16. Seeing Shampoo.
Ali sitting at 19.
Yeah, Ali moving into 19th, so at least going to pick up 1 circuit point here. Suitcase in 20th. Let's see. I don't see Super Cow. Oh, Super Cow's in 27th. So there we go. Super Cow getting circuit point. Unless there's a couple other players that maybe could still get a couple wins and push up. It's kind of hard to tell because it always keeps resetting once new activity comes in. Amari did well last week. Not top 32 yet though so far. So yeah, it's heating up. It's getting pretty close here with only 30 minutes left. There's only going to be so many matches to come in. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited because there's going to be some players that I can see already getting more circuit points, adding on to what they got last week, but there's also some new players on there. So that's going to make the potential circuit board leader really close coming up here for week 3. So let's jump into another match, though. We got UA, the number 1 silver player at certain points. Right now sitting in, what was it? I think 18th or 19th place. So with a win, could move up here. And we got Obsidian versus Obsidian. So a little bit of a mirror, not complete mirror, but no melee and opportunity. What are you seeing here? So that will turn the tide, Jen.
So from just looking at it, I think the bottom just has more damage output, and especially with the magic reflect, which is really nice. But in the top, they do have the slip spawn, which has a lot of HP in comparison to the other team, and then along with the taunt, all of that opportunity really won't matter.
Yeah, opportunity plus the double heals. I don't think they could even kill the slip spawn, can they? Well, they can in round 2 potentially, but they'll probably be dead by then, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, it's going to be hard, and especially since it looks like one of the heals is going to go off before majority of their damage even goes through, and then at the end, I think top is just really set up right now for the utility that it's providing, along with that slow on top of the double heal is really nice.
Yeah. Well, let's play it out and see what happens. As we can tell, one just dying straight off the bat. That taunt is so smart. I love that strategy for opportunity. From here, the heal's coming out as well. There's just not enough damage anymore.
Yeah. There's kind of nothing he can do, and then the other heal's going to go off before that 3 damage even takes it to 1. And wow, that was a clean
flawless victory there.
Yeah,
not easy to do in Splinterlands, but GG's there to UA. Let's see where that moves them up in the standings. I think they're now number 10. So there you go. That win, pretty big, jumping them up a couple spots in the league. Ooh, I see a match coming in from Blue. So this is a potential if they want to get into second. This would be their opportunity.
Is it Blue or is it half blue and they just like mixed up the 2 letters?
I don't know. That would be an interesting thing. I'm pretty sure Ali said that they're a streamer, so we'll have to go check.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like if it's Haffle. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just got like
a HODL.
Yeah. Maybe they thought of HODL and they're like, I'm going to do that for mine too.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we get here. I can already tell there's no summoners.
Right,
oops, sorry.
So there's no abilities on summoners. That attack just went through. Oh, and then no range as well. Okay. Yeah. That's a little tricky. 3 damage, or 3 true damage on the top. That's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if they had thorns, I would say that's an easy Mylar win, but without it, is that enough?
Yeah. The more damage, the blinding guy's not going to do any damage to it. The sneak could put in work, but I just don't know if that's going to be good enough. Yeah, I think I'm giving it to Mylor.
All right, I think chat is agreeing with you as well. Let's play it out, see if Blue can pick up another win. The magic damage in the back is nice, but they're going to have to kill off the heal to really do much.
Yeah. I think it's just going to take him too long to kill off both of those things.
Yeah. It's looking like he's going to need a lot of misses. Oh, that's going to hurt. I would say if they miss there, then there's a really good chance they win. But now... Oh, yeah, especially because the sneak attack couldn't kill off the mushroom.
Yeah, and then it's only 1 damage going through there. Yeah.
That hit from the infantry, that was a 45% chance miss and just didn't get it to go its way. GG's there. Blue picking up another win.
There it is. Doing pretty good. Oh,
yeah,
man.
3rd place now. 23 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. I wish I could be that good.
Man, I'm just happy going 50-50 in ranked.
Have you? I know you're not playing in this tournament, but have you played in other tournaments and tried it out?
Yeah, I was actually a part of Old Man Cutie's 2 Chaos deck giveaway thing.
Ooh, okay.
And I did okay. I think I ended like 19th or something like that. So, did all right.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
But normally, yeah, I tend to just keep it to ranked.
Yeah, they do give you a lot of adrenaline. So if you don't like anxiety and intensity, tournaments probably aren't the best place to have fun. But if you do like it, then I like getting that feeling of there's pressure on this. And even though I didn't do well in this one, I'm like, it was still a lot of fun just to like feel that energy and have some fun with it. So I like it. Before we show up the next match, though, I do want to get your opinion. We've been running a poll here on YouTube. I don't know if you voted for it, but your favorite legendary airdrop so far out of Aiza, Uriel, Bakjira, and Grum. What did you pick?
If Lyra was up there, I would have picked her. I think she is
really
amazing.
Well, we can only have 4 options, so unfortunately.
Yeah. But I went and gave it to Grum. I think he is just too much of a monster, and it's like really the only thing that kind of shuts him down is himself. He's not magic based, so he gets around all of his all the magic stuff. But even at that point, he's still busting out like 17 HP in silver.
Yep.
That is a ridiculous amount. And he's hitting like a truck as well. So Grum is just too strong.
Yeah. Are you on the camp that he's too broken? I'm interested in the chat. Do you guys think he's like too overpowered? I know he's powered, but is he too powerful? What do you think?
If we're talking about in terms of like a 1v1, I think he's a little broken. But this game is more than just 1v1. It's more than just one single card wins all, except if we're talking about Jotun, but that's a different story. But yeah, a team can take him down. So I wouldn't say he's necessarily broken, just extremely strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one weakness, of course, is the 1 speed. So you might be missing a lot of attacks with that. So that's where maybe you can make an argument, okay, it's not going to be as strong as everyone thinks because it's going to be missing a lot of shots and not be able to get that bloodlust anyways unless it's reverse speed. But still, it gets a couple attacks off. It'll also gain more speed. So,
but the lower the rank, the better or the more fine it is. There's not as much speed on cards in the lower levels. Plus, if you're running Pyre, well, that 2 speed's now really strong. And we think about how good of a tank the Lava... What's his name? Lava? I call him Lava Golem.
Is it the Living Lava or what?
Yeah, Living Lava. Like, he's a really strong tank for red as well. He can put up a lot of work, even having that 1 speed.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess time will tell, but apparently the market already thinks that Grum is the most... worthy of being the most expensive, so we'll see if that is true to its power over time. I don't know. Mezumin says he's about as OP as Bakjira, so it seems like in their mind, not nerf worthy, but maybe both of those cards are probably the best 2 out of those legendary summoners. And in the poll, that's what we've seen so far. So. Super Cow saying 11 mana. Also, that's another good point. 11 mana is going to remove him from potentially any battle. Probably under 30 is going to be hard to fit him in with having a decent rest of the team. So
I was going to say, I'll slot him into a 14 mana. Just be like, fire him, get in there.
Maybe that's the new strat, especially because that's going to take down things like Cursed Windeku or a lot of the magic spam we see at lower bronze and silver. But let's jump into another match here. That's an interesting discussion. But right now we got Vicey, who's done well so far. As we watched some of their matches earlier, just came in another one against Riddler. I don't know. I think it's Riddler spelled in mixed up order almost. So we got the Thaddeus versus the Obsidian. What are you seeing here? Who's going to take this one?
I have to give it to Thaddeus. I mean, sure, he has the Wendeku, but the Thorns isn't going to make or break it. It's that -1 magic that is really destroying their damage per second. And on top of that, the Wendeku is going to kill the chicken first. Well, I mean, sure, their 5 speed's going to go first. But the chicken's going to die. Then that's going to move up their magic reflect. And now all of their snipers are in line to kill the mushroom.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
So I have to give
unless
it to
the Peryton has maybe 4 or 5 misses, maybe there's a shot.
Yeah.
But even then, you're going to have to get through the 9 health of the Wendeku because you're not facing the tank at all. So let's see.
And especially since the Dark Astronomer or Darkest Mage, is that who that is?
Yeah, Darkest Mage here.
Yeah, Darkest Mage isn't going to die to that first attack from the Regal, whatever that thing is called.
Yeah, the
Regal. So,
I'm
going to give it to Thaddeus.
Let's play it out. A lot of people are saying that as well. Silver does say top, though, so let's see. Maybe we're not seeing the full picture, but so far, it's looking good for Thaddeus. I mean, this whole Peryton is the only damage left. This poor little bird.
Yeah.
Couple misses, but then again,
it's getting the misses, but it's just not
10
enough.
more. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how that Curse Wendeku, I don't know how much you've been playing, at these low levels, but Curse Wendeku seems to be a very powerful card for 6 mana.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems a bit crazy. When I first saw him, when they first revealed, I loved his artwork, and then I was like, Thorns, and then you think about all of the minus abilities that Death has, and it's just like when you throw on a defensive, but it's like an offensive ability as well, on top of lowering all their stats, when Deku is just crazy strong.
Yeah, especially at low mana. I mean, that's at bronze. It seems like anything under 17 mana, it's like, let's always just go to the depth deck. Let's always play Wendeku. That's all I see.
Yeah.
All right,
it's
well,
really strong.
We got another important matchup here. We got Zombie 569 versus Luthien. Luthien with a win could push into the top 32 and get circuit points. Zombie is at a chance to get into the top 20. So this is a pretty big deal here. Let's see what the rule sets are. Who's going to win this one? It is going to be Earthquake, aim true, so no misses. And we got a General Sloane versus the, again, Ouster. What are you thinking, Jim?
So right off the bat, the Ouster does nothing other than allowing him to have level 3s. That is a lot of damage output coming into the top side, or a lot more damage output, and that sustain that the monk has is also is going to be really good.
I don't think they have enough damage to even kill through the monk, right? They're only gonna have 3.
Yeah, they're gonna have 3 damage output, and he's gaining 2. But then again, they have the harpy that's gonna kill the the halfling
takes down the
alchemist in 2 hits. But yeah, I gotta give it to Sloane.
All right, well, let's try it. Let's see if Zombie does indeed win. So far, playing out like we thought it would. I'm really curious about the double tank. I understand they were trying to get flying monsters in here, but double tank, I don't know if that really makes sense, does it?
Oh, and I forgot about the earthquake.
Yeah. Still not enough damage, though, I don't think.
Yeah, it's still not.
I mean, eventually, they're going to come off here, but...
Because everything now has flying, so...
Yeah, there's just not enough here on the team, so that's going to be a win for Zombie. Luthien, that feels bad, because I think if we take a look at the standings now... oops, that's the schedule. If we look at the standings... If it will let me scroll down, Zombie is in 23rd now with that win, so GG's there. And actually is 18-1. So Zombie has a chance to continue to win and maybe even get second or third if they keep going. Luthien now
has how many games? 7 games?
Yeah, lots of games left, and Luthien now just knocked out of the top 32. With that win, they would have been in. Now I think Luthien's just gonna miss out on circuit points, which is a bummer. That's it's gotta feel bad.
Yep, I'm sure.
Let's see. We actually got another game from Zombie, so let's see if they can continue the win streak. If so, maybe they get that top 10. That would be pretty spicy. General Sloane versus Myler. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on General Sloane as the cheapest summoner right now. A lot of people, I feel like, aren't using him. What are your thoughts?
I honestly think that's a little crazy. I think range is really strong, and the fact that they have that the Pellicor
Conjurer,
the range guy, the double striker.
Oh,
I forget his name.
The Arbalist.
Okay. That guy's really strong, and they have a lot of good spread damage, which, can be really good. I don't know exactly how many snipe units that they have in white. So it could be just a really strong pick against the Magic lineup. But overall, I don't think Sloane should be the cheapest one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, it's interesting here because this is a good counter to Milo, right? Because you're not putting in any melee damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's Milo. I was thinking it was going to be Obsidian with that triple mage.
Yeah, I think they're going for let's counter the melee and counter the magic, and then our thorns will kill them. But they weren't really considering General Sloane being played, huh?
Yeah.
So does that mean you're picking Sloane here, or do you think Mylar has a chance?
So the bad thing about picking Sloane here is soon you're going to get to that point where I think it's just still too much damage output coming from Mylor. I still have to give it to Mylor.
All right, well, we'll see. The rule set is ranged, can be used in front, so that's a little more motivation for Sloane, maybe in case. Wait, does that change your mind?
I think I want to change that because I just said the snipe, and the sniper is going to instantly kill. It's just going to destroy the backline.
Yep.
All right, I have to give it to Top.
All right. Well, chat is agreeing with you, so if chat agrees with you, it's got to be correct, right?
I'm sorry,
That's how
chat.
that works.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the Time Mage plus the Creeping Uzo, that's 2 slows. Look how much that does.
I know, it's
They haven't
crazy.
gotten an attack off yet. And the miss. Oh, that's GG's. There's no way at this point, right?
Yeah,
They can't even kill one.
Oh, and then they're going to kill that thing as well.
That's going to be flawless.
30. Yeah, flawless victory.
So much for it being close. Literally just demolished there.
I was like, wait a minute. That snipe's going to destroy everything.
Wow. All right, well, there you go. That's a reason maybe not to give up on General Sloane. Being so cheap,
Sloane
maybe
is
this
really
is
good.
Your chance, I think I like Sloane more for the higher mana matches, but there's some combos like that. That was, I think, 19 mana? Something like that.
Yeah.
So with that win, Zombie moves up to 19th, 19-1. So I think that might actually be potentially the last person that could take down the Tough Stuff in number 1 if they ran the table and somehow if the Tough Stuff lost 2 matches there at the end. But other than that, I think that's potentially it. They could take the win here.
Because is it 27 rounds or matches?
Yeah, it's 27.
Okay, so Tough Stuff still has 3 more.
Yeah, I am worried with 17 minutes that their opponents might just flee. So that's the one risk.
Yeah, true.
He could just go undefeated with the last 3 matches if none of them are there.
True.
So we'll see. We actually got one more match. It looks like Zombie's just putting in all of their matches right now. And since this is potentially to start going into number 1, let's just take a look at his or her or their matches and see what happens here. We got 42 mana, reverse speed. Oops, played their 1 attack. And back to basics. So another one of these abilities are lost. What are you thinking here?
Oh my god.
This is really weird.
Do you see that bottom? That's 3 melee attack? Oh,
there's no way, right? Top. This is just don't even need to analyze it. You know, okay, to be fair, I don't know why they chose this, but there are many times where I've overlooked rule sets and I've just put in things like, oh, back to basics. I thought this was gonna have sneak attack, and then it doesn't, you know, because I just forgot about the rule set. Even then, it's weird that they have 2 tanks in the middle of their team.
Even at that point, why are you not putting the Nightmare in the front line or second to front?
2 misses on the sand one with the reverse speed. That was kind of cool.
Wow.
Still not going to matter, though. I mean, there's still a lot of high HP, but there's just not enough damage, right?
There's just not enough damage.
No, okay.
Because now he dies, and now they got 3 damage per turn.
I mean, I think what they were thinking is with flying and 1-speed monsters, maybe they miss a lot, which does happen, but just not enough. You can't dodge magic damage.
Yeah, that's not going to last you 20 rounds either to go into fatigue.
Well, there you go. That was interesting. I don't understand. That was like a little bit of a head scratcher, but maybe they were thinking something that we weren't. I don't know.
Yeah. Can we get a clip of that, chat?
Well, that's good for Zombie. Let's see. Oh, yep, there we go. Another match from Zombie. So we're just going to go tic-tac-toe 3 in a row with Zombie. This is the most interesting storyline because Zombie is still only with 1 loss.
Like, is it melee only? No, I guess not.
No, not quite. It is Mylor v. Mylor.
Okay.
Oh, no magic. That's what it was. Oops.
Okay. So it is... Oh, that's difficult. The repair as well. Because the repair... Man, I feel like I really want to give it to top.
The repair is going to keep that infantry alive quite some time, right?
Yeah, I think I really want to... Well, hold on. It's also the one that took the most damage, correct?
Which one?
So the repair actually might hit the tank.
Yeah, the repair should go to the tank, and they're not going to do any damage with the Zenith Archer either.
Yeah.
Halving Alchemist 2 is going to nerf that. So I just don't think they have any more damage to actually get through their infantry, right?
Is that cutting in half? Is that a 50% chance? Or is that guaranteed?
I thought it was if they hit... I don't know. I actually don't use this card. So someone in chat tell me.
Okay.
They're saying top is going to win.
Yeah, I still really want to give it to top.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's too obvious. Yeah. Twitch chat also saying the same thing. Half damage is really going to go down to...
I forgot about the thorns too to kill that guy. Yeah, it's definitely top.
Plus it gets rounded down to 1 damage. So they just literally don't have any damage besides the thorns. So yeah, that's...
it's terrible.
Quite easy from there. That's just sad. No damage.
Mario says it's 100% when hit. Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty powerful card. And that's one of the things when I was talking about earlier that when I wanted it to be newer cards, it'd be nice if we could split, the old reward cards from the newer reward cards and just, keep those separate if possible. But we'll see if Splinterlands goes for that.
Yeah. I was going to say, Halfling was a promo, and it's the only promo you can play in Modern, I believe.
Oh, is it promo? Okay. Well, maybe we should have just gotten rid of the promo cards then. We got rid of alpha and betas, but maybe a promo would have been smart too. I don't know. This is just season 1, this is just test number 1. We'll make edits to it definitely down the road. But we got another zombie match. Trying to run the table, maybe take the tough stuff down and become number 1. That would be pretty crazy. Let's see. Do you think it's going to be possible this time? Another Mylor versus Mylor. 99 mana and a snipe. All battle.
99 mana. Oh, but it's Little League.
Oh, yeah, Little League. So you can't get the full 99 anyways.
So it... Oh, man. I really like the team comp in the bottom. The only... because then that true damage just gets around the the armors, but then that guy's gonna hit that guy. Oh, but he attacks first, so oh no. I really want to say bottom.
Okay. We'll see what the chat thinks as well.
The
interesting thing is the snipe.
Okay,
so
mind,
the snipe is going to kill their wood nymph eventually here, right? First, before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the heals are going to matter too much, though, because it's going to be mostly a snipe battle until the end.
Yeah. I didn't even notice the snipe stuff.
All right, well, let's play it out and see. Zombie needs to keep winning here if they want to have a shot at getting number 1. Thorns will take that monk down, but that's just going to heal back up. So, heal from the bottom team dies. Ooh, the thorns and then the sneak attack. So that was pretty big, actually.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that 20% could actually really matter.
Yeah, I think top has got it from here. I don't think they have enough damage to ever take down that Zenith Monk.
Because then his sniper would have also held on to that as well. Mm-hmm.
They do have the reflect, but that's not going to be enough, right? That's only going to do a couple more damage.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Zenith Monk, you can't really take that down if you don't have more than 2 damage. So,
yep.
There you go. Zombie on a roll. Where did Zombie come from? That's incredible.
Man, Zombie's putting in work.
I think that was
he's
6 wins.
Now? Holy cow.
Woo! 22-1. The Tough Stuff did pick up another win, though. So 25-0, still undefeated. So the Tough Stuff would have to lose one of the last 2 matches in the last 10 minutes, or Zombie won't have a chance. Schwarzschild still in number 2. Someone was asking about that in the chat. But Zombie could take down Schwarzschild as well.
I was going to say, I'm calling it right here.
Yeah,
Zombie's going to take down tough stuff.
Oh, you think they're going to run the table? I don't know about that. I don't know. Let's check out the circuit points from last week. I'm trying to remember if Zombie had earned any points from last week. Obviously, we can see some people are going to get even more. Schwarzschild could be, I think, number 1 because I don't see Leaderboard or Faduo or Kazarok here. I don't know if they got knocked out or they weren't playing this week. So I think Schwarzschild, even if it gets 2nd or 3rd, could potentially have the most circuit points going into week 3. We have we have Super Cow. I know Super Cow is going to get 1 more circuit point potentially. Haturo, that's 2 weeks in a row with, this player has 9,000 power to their name, and they're going to get circuit points 2 weeks in a row. So that's pretty impressive. I don't see Zombie, though, on this list. So I think Zombies, even though they're running the table, will get their first circuit points, none last week. So that's going to be important for them to keep playing in the future 5 weeks if they want to keep. If they keep making these runs, though, we got 5 more weeks, so anyone can earn, a ton of circuit points at this point, especially with some top 3 or 4 finishes.
Still time.
All right, Zombie now in 4th, another win. Holy crap!
And I see Tough Stuff went to
let's watch it to Tough Stuff. Obviously, we just saw on the leaderboard that they won, but let's see how the Tough Stuff is doing it. Literally 26-0, 1 win away from an undefeated tournament. That would be insane. I don't know how they're doing it. I already lost to the Tough Stuff, so it was also my fault.
I don't think I like that placement of Amari at all.
So let's see, we got reverse speed, and that's about it.
Because now their tank's not going, or their taunt's not going to get healed at all.
Yeah.
Well, I guess unless Scatter Shot hits the chicken, but, well, we kind of already know who wins this, though, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, the Magic Reflect is going to do a lot of damage back, and then from there, yeah, the Mylor, even though there's no melee damage, Mylor, I think with Mushroom Seer is just such a powerful combo at this level.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that, it's if you don't have those cards. Mylor plus Mushroom Seer plus Halfling Alchemist, I would say, at bronze.
That's some really good utility.
Yeah.
Kind of cover everything. Well, except for Sloane, right?
Yeah. Well, and then we get the heals off as well, so they can't even take down the failed summoner.
Yeah.
It's going to be a flawless victory again. Wow. Okay. Well, the tough stuff undefeated. Let's see if they can get that last win.
There it is.
Let's see. Mr. Magoo in the Twitch chat as well. Magoo's here, number 5 right now.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty impressive. Amari as well, number 6. This person has gotten number 6 in the bronze leaderboard, so I guess that doesn't surprise me to see him up there. How many of these names do you recognize? Have you ever seen their streams or played against them?
I was watching last week. I believe that's when Dwayne was on.
Yeah.
And so some of these names, I remember seeing the Schwarzschild, half blue, half old blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Game Boy Ali's in there too.
Yeah. Oh, of course. We got to root for Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Ali coming in to stream last week was so much fun. So
yeah,
always love seeing Ali.
He had me cracking up last week.
All right, well, we got a couple more minutes. This is the final matches. This is another... Oops, I picked the wrong one here. Let's see if I can close out. I was going to pick the... Oh, never mind. That wasn't a... Oh, got it. Here we go. Another one from Zombie trying to run the tables, trying to get into that third, second, or first spot. Another Mylor versus Mylor matchup here.
So much Mylor.
Yeah, bronze, man. I'm telling you, Mylor is king. Lorna is queen.
Man, this is...
No magic damage allowed this time, though.
This is such like a really close team comp for the two. But that repair is kind of nice, but he's going to die so fast.
Yeah, one snipe attack, he's done, right?
Yeah, so that one sniper is going to cause it to be a bit of a problem. Well, die after repairing a single time.
Yeah. It's interesting that both planned for a sneak attack by putting the disintegrator in there to demoralize and to absorb it, but neither of them went sneak attack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good setup. Man, yeah, this is difficult. I feel like that 2 extra shield could really matter.
Right.
I'm going to say Zombie's taking it home because I really.
Chat. What do you guys think? We got Jim here taking Zombie. Oh, this one's so close that it's hard to tell. I think Midika with 4 range damage is also going to do potentially tear through their tank first. So I don't know. Let's play it out and let's see. This is going to be definitely a close one here. The armor repair, as you said, that's nice for once, but then goes down. Oh, a miss coming out, too. That's going to hurt. That's going to keep their range attack alive just another round longer.
Yeah.
That was huge, because now I think their tank goes down first. Maybe. Ooh, it's going to be close. Midika's going to kill off first, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think
pretty much the same.
Oh? See, if that card had gone down there and didn't get a miss, I think that could have changed pretty much everything. That would have forced the snipe into first. He wouldn't have been able to attack anymore. Yeah, wow.
There it is.
Zombie getting a first loss in a long time.
I was really hoping for you, Zombie. I was really hoping.
Oh, that feels bad because they were making the run. You know, they were catching up. I see Schwarzschild now here in the YouTube chat. Schwarzschild was probably loving that matchup because if Zombie picked up that win, that would have been Zombie to second place there. Still, Zombie has one more chance, though, to get a win, so we'll see if they can make it happen. 2 minutes left on the board.
Can I point something out real quick?
Go for it.
So 13% of the people voted for Iza the Fanged for their favorite legendary airdrop, and I just want you guys to know you're wrong, okay? 13% of you guys are wrong.
What is that, like probably like 13 or 14 people? They're just wrong. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, that's fair. I'm not that impressed by that card, so
yeah.
You know,
I
agree.
The only thing that makes it good is Prince Rin. Like, that's it. But so many people don't have that card.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anyone with that. Is that an older card?
Yeah, it's a beta green summoner.
Ah, gotcha.
The plus range
plus
attack,
one
plus
range,
speed,
yeah.
plus HP.
All right, well, just 2 minutes left. Let's see if any important matches come in. I think we're getting to the end where a lot of them are just going to be forfeited if they didn't get their match in on time. It's going to be pretty dang close here at the end. We got one more matchup coming in from Zombie. A win here could help tie for third or second.
Oh, man.
So many wins in a row, taking that loss last time. Let's see. Is the luck still here?
Ooh,
Level 3 sea monster. That's scary.
That's a lot of damage coming in.
All right, no summoner buffs here. What are you seeing? What's your prediction?
I really think that. Wait, they're dealing. Wait, yeah. I don't think Zombie wins this because he doesn't have enough damage output.
Yeah, sea monster's gonna heal 3, right?
Yeah.
So there's just literally no damage.
He literally can't kill their tank.
Yep.
I'll say top.
All right, yeah, I mean, I think it's quite obvious, right? There's no way, there's no affliction, there's no way to stop his healing.
Yeah, he's...
It's one of those, life decks where you just try to keep the taunt and tank alive, but
yeah,
just not enough there. That's what I'm saying, though. The level 3 sea monster in this bronze league is just so powerful. We've seen it win time and time again.
Yep, unfortunately.
All right, well, unfortunately for Zombie, that's going to be another loss, putting them in, not higher up. They do have one more match, though, so let's go ahead and look at that one. We'll finish this off because, again, a win here would be pretty dang good for Zombie here. We've watched, I don't know how many Zombie matches, probably the 6th now. All right, let's play this.
Yeah, we're just watching his whole line of battles.
Yeah, the storyline of Zombie 569. We should make a documentary here. All right, we got 50 mana, snipe for everyone here, no ranged attack. What are you seeing? What are you thinking?
Ooh, that's like a really big damage nerf to that Grund. And their sneak attacker, the Worm. But they're also pumping out so much more damage, and it's magic.
They are going to be pumping it out into the Magic Reflect with the prismatic energy there.
Yeah, once they get to that point.
They should shred through it pretty quickly. They have so much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, because, well, I mean, they're definitely going to kill the backline taunt ridiculously fast. Right, because the 9 plus the 2, yeah, so they're killing that turn 1.
Yeah. I do think, though, let's see, Grund should be able to kill the other Grund round 1 from my lore because of the double thorns plus the 3 damage, right?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, so
right,
he is also going to die.
Who are you picking? Is it Zombie or is it Epsilon?
As much as I want Zombie to win, I just don't think it's going to be Zombie.
All right, well, let's play it out. This is
going to be top.
Potentially for 3rd or 2nd place. Here we go. The double thorns is going to take down the Grun, like we were saying.
Yeah.
Where does it go from there, though?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, because then that guy didn't attack first. Oh,
the heel's coming out the Sandworm as well. Thorns, though.
But that came in clutch.
All right, now they're going to start hitting the Reflect. Grun, though, still alive. That's so much damage. Both getting a heal as well. Oh my gosh, this is so close.
The Magic Reflect is so much life.
Having that sneak block, though, that's pretty good. That's going to take down the Sandworm. And now Grund going to take the tank out.
Now he's down.
I think it's enough, right?
He's going to heal himself to go to the 5.
Oh, this is so close. Grund going to have 1 HP. I think that might be the difference there.
Wow.
Because that removes the heal. That would have been enough to tank up the rest of the team. Unless they get a ton of misses.
Yeah, it would have.
Nope. Wow, 2 hits in a row.
Not even 1 miss?
Oh, gosh. That was like a 75% miss
He had a
chance.
75% chance to miss.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay, all right. Can we get some rigs in the chat? That was definitely hacked.
Well, that's actually the last match, and that means... whoa, okay, I didn't see this happen, but Zombie moved into second for one match, and then Schwarzschild must have got I think a forfeit win at the end, moving them up to 24 wins. So literally, last second back-to-back, Zombie moves up to second, and then Schwarzschild moves back into second. Wow.
I'm happy Zombie won, but like, that was crazy.
That was crazy. Well, we got the tough stuff, finishing 27-0. Jim, I don't know about you. I didn't think that was actually possible.
The proof is in the pudding, right?
I guess.
That's what they say.
I'm amazed. So the tough stuff, congrats. Not only did you win the DEC, but that's 12 circuit points. He already had one from last week, so that's going to bump him up pretty dang high. Schwarzschild, I think, is going to have the most circuit points after this. Zombie collecting their first. Blue collecting more. Amari at 5th, and No as well, had some from last week. Wow. Magoo's finishing in 8th. That's pretty good. Saw Magoo's in the chat here. Let's see. UA's 12th. I think that's another top 16 win, but no top 8s yet. Zeforce, God is Love's dad. That's moving to 14th. Sedini, 13th. We watched some matches there. Suitcase, top 16. That's pretty big because 17th to 16th, that's 2 more circuit points. Yeah. So that's pretty huge.
King Arminius chilling there.
Yeah. Tell us about King Arminius. Do you know him?
Oh, I know of him.
Okay.
I know that he was the one who helped create I guess not so much help. He created the TNA logo.
Okay.
For Dwayne Cunningham.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Let's see. Shnapoon in 19th. I know Foxconn Mars has some points from last week. Game Boy Ali getting his first circuit point there. Haturo was in the top 10, fell down to 23rd there at the end. That's a little bit of a bummer, but still earning the circuit points. Kazarak, I think, was it second from last week? Or third?
Was he?
Kazarak was in third with 9 circuit points, so earning one more. Not a ton, but better than not picking up anything, right?
Yeah.
Super Cal also getting more. Chinzilla, I like that name. Full power. Yep, there we go. Getting one more. And then Daiki Masu finishing out the top 32. So that means some of these big names like Luthien knocked out of the top 32. Hungry for Tacos. God Zombie. God is Love finishing 47.
There he
Not
is.
quite there.
The Legionnaire.
Wow. There's some
I love seeing the
names out
Legionnaire titles under top 32.
Right? Isn't that crazy? Let's see if I recognize any other names coming out here. Dave the Great. That's just a good name in general.
Yeah. I know. Oh, wait. Go back up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, Steamer. Hey.
Number 87.
Oh, okay. Zola Jade.
So Zola Jade is actually a part from my my guild, but I believe that's their alt account.
Okay. Still though, that's pretty awesome. Top 100. We also see Stever, who's joining us on stream earlier. Vicey, we saw a lot of their matches today. 94th finish, and of course Liberty Guy finishing out the top 100. And let's just not even look at where Luke was because it won't even show it. Not even on top 100. Well,
you did good. You did better than me. You know,
I tried. You didn't even play, so what do you mean?
I know. That's what I'm saying. You miss 100% of the shots you don't make, right?
Oh, yes. Wayne Gretzky / Michael Scott. Well, let's recap the day real quick here. A lot of good wins there. And, of course, we have 5 more weeks to go. This is exciting stuff. This Esports League Zensports is providing for us is 8 weeks long until we see the final. So even though maybe you don't even have a single circuit point to your name yet, guess what? There's 5 more weeks, and anyone can take a top 16 spot at this point. And so I'm excited to see how things shake up, especially because that final is going to give that Zensports $500 to first place. Second 300, third 150, and fourth $50. So a lot on the line, lots of good names. Hunting down these points. We'll update these circuit points and show who is in the top 16 after week 2 and who is in the top 32 chasing them as well. So there's a lot of good names fighting one another, battling it out, and we'll see what comes out of this. I'm excited for the following weeks. Jim, thank you so much for being here. Anything you want to shout out, anywhere people can follow along with you and get to know you a little bit more as you continue your content creation with Splinterlands?
Yeah, for sure. I just want to also say thank you for having me here. It was a blast.
Course.
I'm glad you were able to get back to me.
Yeah.
And,
glad you joined in last minute. I mean, if you guys don't know this, Jim is so kind. I think I reached out like maybe 2 hours before it started, and Jim was like, yeah, I'll jump on.
Yeah, I'm like, I got nothing going on.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I'll be, I actually stream on Twitch at Moo Killer with 4 O's. I feel like I should probably link this for some people.
Yeah, let's see if I can pull it up. Moo Killer with 4 O's.
Yeah. And then my channel that I do board gaming stuff, that is Hobbies and Happiness, which is what the H&H is for.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I linked your Twitch there in the YouTube chat, at least where I can. I think I put it in the Twitch chat as well. Hopefully there's not another Moo Killer. That is the correct link, right?
They say 4 O's and it should be... Yep,
right.
That is me.
Sweet, yeah.
There it is.
I don't know how many other Moo Killers are there out there. You know, is there one with 3 O's and 5 O's?
Yeah, that was my other account that I lost the login info for. So
that's awesome. I love it. Well, I hope you guys follow Jim. Thank you, Moo Killer, for being here. I hope you guys go follow Jim. It was great having you on today. And thank you again so much for Zensports. I've said it many times, but they are an amazing, amazing company putting a lot of resources into growing esports and the play to earn, as well as betting for sports betting and esports betting. So they're adding a lot to the crypto and NFT play to earn space. And without them, as I've said a million times, and I'll continue to say it, the prize pool would be about a 100th of what it is without Zensports. So thank you, Zensports, for letting this happen, making esports come true for Splinterlands, and I'm so glad that I get to partner with them and host that. So it's so much fun, and we're going to have 5 more weeks for this season, including the finale, and then, of course, I'm probably already coming up with stuff in my brain to do stuff after that even. So thanks again, Jim. Thanks everyone who watched and came by and enjoyed the stream and participated in the tournament. We'll see you guys next week.